Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Thrown under the bus.
No.
Always live. Always real. Always unpredictable.
I'm not okay with that.
It sounded good when I thought.
Log on and join our live conversation.
Yes,
I don't like that.
You're 100% right.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. Brandon, what day is it?
Cause it's Friday night and the homies here on the west side. So
I don't think we've gotten that cleared.
Not yet. Oh, okay, never mind.
But now I'm ready for the weekend. Thank you, Brandon London.
Turn up.
It is Friday, May 17th. We are live, and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. I'm here with Stephanie, Tori, Brandon, and I am Sam. Let's get started. We do begin with some serious news. Self-help guru Tony Robbins is being accused of sexual misconduct. Former female staffers and followers have accused him of inappropriate sexual advances. 2 women who worked for him say he continued to pursue them even after they made it clear they were not interested. And 2 other former assistants said Robbins expected them to work alone with him while he was naked or in the shower. The report also contains recordings of Robbins berating rape and abuse victims, sometimes calling them liars and asking them if they've ever been in a, quote, crazy expletive. Robbins has denied all of the allegations, calling them salacious and false. And Robbins just posted this response on Instagram, including a video from a woman who says BuzzFeed misreported her experience. Watch.
BuzzFeed just basically continues to try to use pieces of the intervention out of context to make their point, the point that they want to make regardless of the experience that I am relating.
In an open letter to BuzzFeed editors, Robbins says, quote, "Your organization has made it clear to my team that you intend to move forward with publishing an inaccurate, agenda-driven version of the past pierced with falsehoods." So, Tori, you are our legal eagle. Currently, we only have allegations, and these are allegations of sexual misconduct, not sexual abuse, not rape, not to somehow say that one is more egregious than the other, but not to say that one doesn't still damage a woman's self-esteem.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that this will hurt Tony Robbins' career, even though as of now they are just allegations?
Yes, I think it's hard to not even, and again, we've had Jeff and Al speak about this, and Brandon, our other co-hosts, whenever, even as Aziz Ansari, when you're branded with that Me Too plus your name, there's a different sense around you. Whether or not that's fair or not is a different story, but there is a different sense. He's a big guy with a big personality who likes tough love. Now, that's not criminal, but he has that kind of personality that you think of if he was in a room and you were the personal assistant. That's a powerful guy right there.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt him at all, Tony. I don't condone these allegations against him by no means, but just 40 years of doing what he does, the lives that he's impacted, the people that he's motivated and got through some really hard times. I don't see people not listening to him anymore or supporting him anymore off of 6 alleged allegations over 40 years of work.
I think, you know, people are multidimensional, we're multifaceted, and we all have different sides that come out in different situations. Has he helped millions of people? Yes. Is he a phenomenal speaker with very wise words? Yes, he is. But does that excuse how he allegedly has treated staff behind the scenes? No, it doesn't. I know quite a few people that worked very closely with his organisation, and he asked them personally to go and work on his team. And these are men, not women, and they turned it down because of how they had witnessed other people being treated.
But that's not a sexual allegation.
But it was no sexual. No, I'm saying there were men. It was not sexual.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is trying to, in the era of Me Too, which you know I fully support, is trying to decipher each act from allegation to conviction to which is more egregious to which is not, to which is maybe someone that's an a-hole, to someone that's abusing power, that's to someone that's actually doing something criminal.
Exactly.
And I think that's what we are all faced with. And I think we all need to do our due diligence to look into each one individually, to not just read headlines and to separate each one of them.
But I think when people do read headlines, it affects the brand immediately. I
do too.
Do you feel me?
Yeah.
So if I see Twitter, it's not fair, but Me Too, Tony Robbins, I don't
think that's fair.
It's not fair.
Yeah, not to say that any of these allegations
aren't true.
I just think people need to do their due diligence instead of just sharing headlines. Final thought.
These allegations aren't criminal. Like they're saying that he was
sexual misconduct is criminal.
He was getting dressed. He was naked getting dressed while he was talking to an assistant.
You can claim that sexual harassment, and that is criminal.
But a lawyer can also say that, hey, he was in a rush.
None of us is going to know. None of us is going to know his intent.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So we'll just have to wait and see, and we will follow this story, and we will keep our viewers up to date.
For sure.
Well, shocking new video released by the LAPD. Police have now arrested a 33-year-old woman in connection with an attempted kidnapping of a 4-year-old boy in Los Angeles. Police released this surveillance video. Can you imagine? Look at that.
Oh my God.
Where you see a woman pick up a 4-year-old boy, walk out of the restaurant. The woman was later stopped by a witness as she tried to get into a car. She fled by foot. That's according to police. This is every parent's uncle, aunt, anybody's babysitter worst nightmare. I can't even imagine, but I'm so happy that the witness sees something, say something, because it works.
And it does, and there's a great stewardess or a flight attendant, excuse me, on American Airlines that once saw a girl and had a weird feeling, wrote a note in the bathroom saying, do you need help? The girl went to the bathroom and said, I need help. They had police as they landed. She was being sex trafficked. There's an idea that if you have that intuition, don't be afraid to say something. But then again, there's that whole other part of it is where, what if you say something and you sort of step in it because there's a racial aspect
I think just
to
as long as you really do state your intent. Like, let's say you do somehow miscategorize, somehow your own bias gets in the way and you miscategorize a situation. You just got to really do your due diligence to really state that you came from a place of worry and better safe than sorry, and that maybe you should check yourself.
Well, how would you feel if you were out with Sophie and let's say Sophie's crying, she's kicking, she's screaming, and someone comes to you and says, hey, is she your daughter? How would you feel as a mom?
Yeah, I think, listen, that would be a moment where I would have to check myself that this woman, I hope her intent wasn't to berate me, wasn't to shame me as a parent, because we have a lot of parent shamers out there. But I hope her intent was to protect my daughter. And in that case, I would hope that I would have the wherewithal to thank her. And then say, gosh, you know, that could have saved Sophie's life if it wasn't me. Yeah, but we all have to just kind of check ourselves, right? Wow. Oof. Well, some sad news for feline fans. Tartar Sauce, a.k.a. Grumpy Cat. Oh, no.
Oh, my God, there's music.
Grumpy Cat has died. She was 7 years old. Grumpy Cat was arguably the most famous cat on the planet. She passed away due to complications from a urinary tract infection, according to her owner. Grumpy Cat became famous as one of the internet's first viral memes, spreading her grumpy wit and character far and wide. Grumpy also had an avid following of celebrity fans, including J-Lo and many more. Aww. 7 years old is young for a cat, and anybody that has fur babies out there, it hurts so badly when you lose a pet. So my thoughts are with the family.
Yeah. You know, I used to have a dog. I named her Chica. She was everything for me. I rescued her, and when she died, like, I felt like a part of me was just gone. That was my baby. Yeah. That was my little girl.
Yeah.
Medicate me when something happens to my dog. I know.
I can't even think that way. But the other thing about Grumpy Cat that I think is more interesting in a pop culture sense is she started the meme. And meme came along with a picture and short words. And you remember Grumpy Cat was sort of the origin story of that. Yeah. It's now become a pop culture, the way that we communicate. You remember this? Yeah. So it's interesting to think of Grumpy Cat as a forerunner in that pop culture language in which we speak. Because I used to call them May-May, remember? Right when it started, look at that cool May-May.
Oh, and even people used to say May-Mays.
Right.
Look, okay, R.I.P. Grumpy Cat in the meme, but can we get rid of Michael Jordan cryface meme?
No, I love it.
I'm so tired of Michael Jordan cryface meme.
I love it.
What? Do people still use that?
Yeah, people still use that.
Wow,
Super Bowl, March Madness, they overuse it.
Yeah, they've overused it.
We all love an ugly cry.
We do, but I like Kim's ugly cry.
Yeah. She can't move because the Botox.
Lauren Conrad with the one single mascara tinted tear. That's my fave.
It's everything.
When a woman's mascara runs, I don't know,
like
Sam.
it.
I don't know if we can glorify that.
I think it's pretty goth. It's cool.
Mama hustler.
DBL is live, and we'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, we're giving one lucky mom a gift bag full of goodies. It could be you. Also, our favorite Brit, Stephanie Jones, learns the ins and outs of all-American eating competitions. Nothing says coming to America like a mouthful of hot dogs. And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. A California mom is going viral for threatening a classroom full of kids. Students she believes are bullying her daughter. Is the mother in the right? Is she dead wrong? Your comments coming up next.
This Memorial Day, DBL wants to honor the fallen. Tell us about your beloved service member who paid the ultimate sacrifice. and send in a candid photo. DBL will share their story on air the week leading up to Memorial Day so that it may never be forgotten.
Hi guys, Kelly Schubert here with the DBL digital team. I'm tracking all the breaking and trending news right now, but it is Friday. Get excited. Let's go to the desk and see what's going on.
Thanks so much, Bubba.
Hey guys, what's happening over here? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
What did y'all talk about?
This is so interesting. Barb said, and this is crazy, kidnappers are now ripping children from their parents as they walk down the street.
can't imagine.
That kid was all by
Holding
herself.
their
I
hand.
can't. Yeah, but that mom could have been grabbing
Yeah.
silverware or.
No, I'm not shaming at all because I like
napkins.
It's hard to keep up with these
Especially if
kids.
she's a mother of multiples.
Yeah.
Maybe she's tending to one kid and. Yeah, it's
Look
very
how
scary.
emboldened they are.
I know. I'm about to go to Disneyland with my daughter for her 2-year birthday. I can't wait. And my husband and I are going to have to keep a very close eye on her. We
You
only
said
have
you may
one
use a
kid.
leash.
I'm not going to use a leash. I have no shaming with parents that do use leashes, especially if you have multiple kids.
I think it's funny.
I just don't think Sophie would enjoy that because my daughter is one independent
She wants
spirit.
to
She
get
doesn't
out.
want
She does
anything
like to have
touching
that.
her. Yeah, she does not want anything being
Like if you're like, hey Sophie, can I put this on you? No!
Remember we
She's
did that
wild.
Miss
She's
Mary Poppins
wild.
shoot?
Yeah.
We did the Mary Poppins shoot.
Well,
Yeah.
she didn't know you guys. She expected I mean, she knows Tori, but she expected a total stranger. We did a Mary Poppins shoot where Brandon and Tori were supposed to watch Lawson and Sophie, and
They liked me.
we
It
just
was-
left.
It was Tori.
And then you hear them scream, Lawson too. They didn't know them. You're leaving them with.
Stranger danger.
Yeah,
of course.
but that's
Yeah.
good. That's good to know
is good.
that they didn't just walk up to me and be like,
and the other
hey,
thing,
buddy.
Yeah, that's
Alex,
true.
if you
Not
guys
true.
don't know, I always recommend someone on our show taught us this. Have a code word. So that
That's
if you're
great, Tori.
if you're like watermelon, so if someone's like, hey, your mom wants me to come with you, make sure the kid's like, oh, what's the code word? The family should know the code word. We all know the code word. If they don't know it, you run and scream like hell. I mean, that's a great way. I didn't come up with that.
I just remember, like, I can't imagine, like, what that feeling is for a parent because I was with my nieces and
Well, no, I think we
nephews
come back
a
soon,
couple
though.
weeks ago, a month or two
Do
ago,
we have any forks?
and I brought
We
my
didn't give
niece
any
into
forks.
Build-A-Bear. And
you.
I'm on my phone for 1 second, and I turned my head, and she's gone, and that panic that hit me.
Ice cold.
And then I found her over,
It's
like, sniffing, like, the little
horrific.
scents. It was, oh, man.
Robin
it was terrible.
Ashley says I should keep more tabs on my son. She says I like to give him room to roam,
Yeah.
but she's worried.
I am happy to say you won the Sandals Dream Vacation.
DBL Nation, this could be you. This May, Daily Blast Live is giving away another Sandals Luxury Included vacation. Just watch DBL every day for the word of the day. Then go to dailyblastlive.com/sandals to enter. The winner will be announced May 22nd. The next Sandals vacation winner could be you.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about. A California mom has been banned from her daughter's school after she went off on a bunch of students for allegedly bullying her daughter to the point of contemplating suicide, and it was all caught on camera.
She's a girl, y'all are boys, okay? If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way, send your mom to me. Sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll them all up. Do you understand me?
Prior to the mom's rant, the boys accused of bullying were confronted by authorities, but according to the mom, that only made things worse. So DBL Nation, based on this, should the mom be celebrated or banned from the daughter's school?
Let's get to these comments. Our girl Carla from Facebook says, of course she should be banned from the school. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I'm sorry, Carla. I love it when you write in, but after reading up on this, she went to the school. She complained. The school talked to the kids' parents. One kid was even suspended for sexually harassing the daughter. It got worse. When you get to a point where your 12-year-old child is telling you, Mom, I would have committed suicide had I not been so strong, then you got to take drastic action. And just think of the lives that she could have saved. Because if that kid's thinking about suicide, we think that that kid's just going to go take pills somewhere. No, with all these school shootings,
You never know.
You never know.
Very
You never
well
know.
said, Brandon.
Thank you.
Bob from Facebook says, I would totally do this for my kids. Just like you said, Brandon, they were bullied throughout middle school, and they didn't tell me until years years later. Had I known, I would have done the same thing. I agree. I don't think bullying kids is a good antidote to kids that are bullying, but the mom did everything she could. I completely agree with her. I was bullied in school, and I wish the school had done more, and I wish I had spoken up more. So I get it. I completely get this, Mom.
I know.
I do.
Margaret from Facebook says, I imagine that this sounds like a good idea to many parents, but this could make your child be bullied even more. And you know what, Margaret? I think at the stage that it's got to, for the mother to go in, she's already spoken with the principal, the children, the boys or girls, have already been spoken to by superiors, and some of them were actually excluded, and still it was going on. I think at this point, the responsibility lies in the school's hands. They should be expelling those children. If they know this is going on, and another pupil that's very innocent is contemplating suicide, shame on the school. More needs to be done.
Yeah, and I think that's the point that I want to come from, because I don't blame this mother at all. Is why is this mother left to this last resort, right? Where now people are criticizing her. What can we do more in schools? What can we implement? Like the KIND campaign is a great campaign. Look into it, where it helps prevent bullying. Also, a lot of school counselors have been cut. So if a child at home is being bullied, they're more likely to be the bully at school. But if they don't have a camp counselor, I'm sorry, a student counselor or a guidance counselor, somebody to notice those red flags, work with them to try to help them so that they don't act out rather than expel them, I think that we could be preventing these situations, and unfortunately we're just not. So it's a sad situation all around. But thank you so much for writing in, DBL Nation. We love hearing from you. We are switching gears here to some news from Hollywood that has everyone talking. Raquel, what's the news at the moment?
Well, Sam, Robert Pattinson is ready to become the new Batman, and fans have plenty to say about it. Now, you might remember him as the shiny vampire in Twilight, which made him a teen heartthrob. Now, Variety reports he will star as the new Batman in the new Batman film, replacing Ben Affleck, who had been playing the Caped Crusader. While most fans are okay saying goodbye to Batfleck, there are mixed feelings about this casting choice. Now, in just a matter of hours, there's already a petition online asking for Pattinson to be replaced.
Ooh, thank you so much, Raquel. Coming up on DBL, our own Stephanie Jones learns what separates the grown-ups from the babies when it comes to the cutthroat world of eating competitions. It's Steph's latest installment of Coming to America, and it's coming up next.
A Daytime Emmy gift bag to one lucky member of DBL Nation. Send us a video of your best award acceptance speech to dailyblastlive.com/Emmys. Our favorite submission is taking home this show-stopping prize, worth more than $14,000. So what are you waiting for? Watch, play, and win.
Welcome back, DBL Nation. I'm Jure for the Slay here with your next episode of Beauty Blast. Today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a little skincare machine that's been changing my life. It's called the Foreo. This guy is the bomb for making sure that you're getting that extra clean skin and to lift up all of that day wear that you might be going through the day with. So, we actually got sent a couple of these to DBL, and I was a little apprehensive at first. I was kind of like, no one's gonna clean my skin better than myself. I use good cleansers, all of that jazz, you know? I even exfoliate maybe 2 to 3 times a week for sure. So when I got this, I had my doubts for sure. But over the last 2 weeks, I've been using this guy faithfully morning and night. And no, this is not an ad whatsoever at all. This has truly changed how my skin is looking and feeling, guys. So how it works is you press this little button here in the middle and it starts to vibrate. Well, a lot of people don't know, but this vibration isn't just a random vibration. This is actually moving in a wave pattern. When you're applying this to your skin, it's actually helping to lift any dirt, makeup, or pollution you might be going through the day out of your skin. This is removing any of that debris from your skin to make sure that you're going to get a clean and smooth finish of your skin. Now, the cool part about this guy is if you travel, you never have to charge it either. The charge is only once every 6 months, I believe, which is great because, you know, once again, you never have to charge it. Who doesn't want to charge? Who wants to charge something when you don't have to? There we go, guys. So another cool option on here is that you do have a plus or minus sign. The plus sign is going to increase the speed of the vibration. The minus side is going to go ahead and decrease. So you kind of can get more of a gentle or deeper cleanse if you choose to. Now, I just took off my makeup with this guy and it did the job so even, so fast, and it's just within a minute and a half that you have to use. Now, my personal favorite way to use this guy is in the shower, and that's going to be for most skincare devices that are helping to cleanse your skin. You don't want to make a big mess around.
Welcome back to DBL. Now, I've only been in America since October, but I'm quickly learning that you all have a very unique relationship with food. Every Independence Day, you hold Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and I was having trouble wrapping my head around this whole competitive eating world. So, I met up with a couple who believe that those who eat together stay together. And here's a little warning. Some of you might find this segment hard to stomach. We're actually at Coors Field, and check out the spread behind us now. This is the most hot dogs I've ever seen in my life.
Welcome to the Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating qualifier. I give you Sarah Reinecke.
I am the owner of Whatever It Takes Health. I am ranked number 29 in the world.
From Seattle,
I'm a fitness coach with F45 and ranked number 11.
It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
I'm
Sarah.
Steph. So, how did you guys get into competitive eating?
Really, it started because I drank too much when I was in college, and we would come home at the end of the night and order pizza and wings, and I would demolish more food than a 21-year-old college girl should eat.
I was a fat kid growing up that just ate a lot, and someone one year said, I bet you can't eat like that no more. And after an hour of eating and watching friends and family vomit around me, I knew I had something.
What are your hot dog eating goals? How many are you gonna eat today?
I want 25 today. 25 would make me a happy girl.
So I'm hoping for 35.
There's 5 hot dogs per plate, and one said he's gonna eat 35. That's 7 plates of hot dogs. What kind of training is involved for something like this?
I do water training, so I drink as much water as possible in a small window of time. That way I know my body can handle it.
The problem with water training that's really difficult is when you're done with the water, you have to vomit it up so you don't get water poisoning.
There's so many people here. I'm so excited. Go team!
3, 2, 1, go!
So I need to know what both of your techniques are when you're eating.
And she's shoving them down her gullet.
So I always go, I eat the dog first, and then I use the bun, soak it, and I use that to kind of wash everything down.
He is trying to break his personal best.
So I'll take 2 hot dogs, eat them with my left hand while I'm dunking my buns with my right hand. Take, 4 bites, transition into 1 bun, and then move on.
It's doing the weirdest movements I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone eat like this.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put down your hot dog.
I never want to see one of these again in my life.
These 2 leaders will be going on to Coney Island on July 4 to represent you.
Yeah, looks totally delicious, right? We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
All right, hi DBL Nation. I totally agree with Stephanie there. I was saying earlier break, I was in an eating competition for tacos, and I couldn't look at a taco again for about a good year and a half. And I even had vegetarian ones, so I was able to eat more, which was not the best advice at the time. Like, I thought I was doing the smart thing, but I regret it, and I keep regretting it now. But you have all been commenting in on my last story about Robert Pattinson playing the new Batman. And if Leah wants to step in here and talk about it too, we can totally do that. Now, Ellis Walker, she says her favorite Batmans were Val Kilmer and Michael Keaton. And I was looking this up. There was the forgotten Batman, George Clooney.
No, I sure didn't forget that. Batman and Robin was actually the first Batman movie I watched, and I was not a fan of Batman when I was that young because that movie was pretty freaking terrible.
He actually told Ben Affleck not to do it.
Yep, yeah.
So, is this a really good move for Robert Pattinson in this case? Like, what do you think, DBL Nation?
I definitely, I'm just going to chime in. Let us know your thoughts as well, but I definitely think this is a good idea because, hey, superhero movies are on the rise right now. They're the trend. They're the big thing. Jump in there, get your name off of the Twilight, then you'll become not only Edward Cullen, but also Batman. benefit. Huge
Naomi
benefit.
totally agrees with you. She says Robert has done other movies other than the Twilight series, and it looks like Stephen Hill is going up against those people that have the petition going to have someone else cast. He says everyone is an expert now on casting, which is true. Like, I think we're so used to now with social media, we kind of get in mind who we want to play, and we get that stuck in our heads, and it's hard to like let go of that notion or like give someone a chance.
Yeah, it kind of gets burned into your head. You know, you get these, you stack up a couple actors that you really expect to be in that role, and then they actually cast someone, and you're like, really? But then when we give them a chance, sometimes they turn out to be really good. Because I'm pretty sure people probably thought Ben Affleck, but he didn't do half shabby.
Yeah, I was okay with.
I was okay with him. Justice League was a mess, but
I know. Like, DBL Nation, though, I want to know, like, who's one character you never want to see recast, remade? Do you think the actor did it perfectly in any movie?
I gotta go with definitely don't recast Princess Leia ever.
I agree.
That's an unfortunate thing to happen with Carrie Fisher, but never recast. There was like those rumors buzzing around about Meryl Streep possibly stepping in. No,
I agree. Even though
touch
Meryl's
that.
wonderful, like Carrie Fisher, you can't replace her.
Yeah,
so
like-
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like Batman you can keep replacing and superheroes, but you're right, that one's kind of untouchable.
Yeah, you can cycle out superheroes. Spider-Man's been cycled around, Batman's been cycled around, but Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, some of those more iconic roles in franchises, leave them alone.
Assured. All right, good to see you again, DBL Nation. We'll talk soon.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya. And clear.
Today's watch and win word is rest.
Welcome back to DBL. May is for moms, and all month long, we are celebrating mothers who are making a difference. Tina Martin single-handedly raised her son Trey, all the while facing a debilitating illness. After being offered multiple full-ride scholarships to go to college, Trey credited his mother for his success. Tina was nominated by her Aunt Candy and Pastor Leslie. So Tina, we are sending you, well-deserved, this gift bag full of goodies from all of us here at DBL, and I mean it's full of goodies. We've got like really great face products,
got, like,
hair products,
face masks,
tools.
over here.
Exactly. And you deserve it, Tina.
So much stuff in here, honestly.
Fabulous.
You must be so
many
proud of your
things.
son Trey. I mean, to think that he's being offered all of these scholarships, and for him to be
This is so cool.
so kind to credit his mother.
He was raised well.
There you go.
There we go.
Exactly.
Congrats.
So well done, Tina. We'll see you on Monday, everybody. Same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Go, Leo. Go, Leo. Leo was dancing up there, so we were feeling a little bit. It's time for Between Shows with Shuby and Shulman. It's Friday. We're excited here, but guess what's coming up on Sunday? Game of Thrones.
Wait, do the thing. HBO. Shh. Dun 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 dun.
I'm the dragon.
You're
Khaleesi
good.
because you have the braid.
I'm going crazy for no reason. Okay, sorry.
Anyways, the story, that was just supposed to lead into the story. Game of Thrones is on Sunday. 1 million people are expected to call in sick.
I don't understand this.
How do you not understand this? I was going to ask for the day off.
But why? So
Because it's going to be really depressing on Sunday probably, and we're all going to be upset on Monday.
That's why people are asking for time off?
Yes.
Okay, people. Okay.
Why is this so crazy to you?
Because
we'll see how you feel on Monday.
Well, maybe you're right.
She's not going to want to get on the panel. She's going to be, don't make me do
But I feel
it.
like, come on, this is I mean, it's like, I do know people after the Super Bowl call in sick, 1 million of them,
Yes,
because
this is
they're
like that.
hungover.
This is like that.
But because you're sad, like, who are you most sad to die, who would be the most sad? Tyrion.
I think Tyrion's
Did you hear
mine,
Leo?
too.
Oh.
Okay, who do you think is going to be on the Iron Throne?
I think they get rid of it. Too much power.
Guys, I'll tell you the story
Or
I'm going to
Sansa,
tell
or
you
Sansa.
in the next
Or
Between
Sansa.
shows. Stay tuned. Bye.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
You think this hair just naturally stays like this?
Log on and join our live conversation.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I do agree with you.
DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, May 17th. We are live and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. I'm here with Erica, Jeff, Al, and I'm Sam. Now, it's the moment we've been waiting for. The final episode of Game of Thrones airs Sunday, but what's going to happen Monday? You'll be surprised. Plus, our friend Dr. Drew Pinsky is back with advice that could save your life. He'll tell you how you can put the focus back on your health. And it's a day of mourning for Grumpy Cat fans, and there are millions of you out there. All of that in moments. But first, former Bachelor Ben Higgins was supposed to join the panel today, but he got delayed at the airport. He did, though, send out this shout out to all of us instead.
Hey DBL, it's Ben here. I'm so sorry I can't make today. I got stuck in last night, and I'm still here now, but I cannot wait to catch up with you all very, very soon. I'll talk to you later.
No! We were so looking forward to having Ben on the show.
I'm just saying that could have been anywhere.
Oh, don't worry, Ben.
I need to see an airport concourse.
No, Ben.
Let me see a Chick-fil-A in the frozen yogurt place.
All right, we'll see you soon, Ben.
I'm just kidding. We miss you, Ben. Come through.
Jeff's like, no one's getting on this ship. Al. But no, we'll see you soon, Ben. Now to our news of the day. We do begin with some serious news. Self-help guru Tony Robbins is being accused of sexual misconduct. Former female staffers and followers have accused him of inappropriate sexual advances. Two women who worked for him say he continued to pursue them even after they made it clear they were not interested. And two other former assistants said Robbins expected them to work alone with him while he was naked or in the shower. The report also contains recordings of Robbins berating rape and abuse victims, sometimes calling them liars, and asking them if they've ever been a crazy expletive. Robbins has denied all of the allegations, calling them salacious and false. And Robbins just posted this response on Instagram, including a video from a woman who says BuzzFeed misreported her experience. Watch.
BuzzFeed just basically continues to try to use pieces of the intervention out of context to make their point, the point that they want to make regardless of the experience that I am relating.
In an open letter to BuzzFeed editors, Robbins says, quote, your organization has made it clear to my team that you intend to move forward with publishing an inaccurate, agenda-driven version of the past pierced with falsehoods. Now, I know both Erica and Jeff, you guys listened to Tony Robbins. When you heard this, Erica, and we've even talked about previous things that have come forward about Tony Robbins, all allegations, but does it impact the way that you listen to him?
You know, I have to say that it does, because we did a story not that long ago where we actually saw the video of this confrontation with the survivor, a sexual assault survivor. And that day, I stopped, I took it off of my rotation so that I filled it with something else. Because it just kind of comes up, on YouTube. Yeah. But then yesterday, ironically, I listened to another one, and I was really into the message. But when he started talking about this female that he was working with, I started questioning if he had issues with women. Now, that's likely me putting my past and my experiences onto it. But if you're a motivational speaker and people aren't receiving the message, in that way that you want them to receive the message, but they're turning the message, then it's not making you effective as a speaker.
That's a very interesting point. But and this is just me playing devil's advocate. I have no skin in the game here. I don't listen to Tony Robbins. How do you, if you're helping millions of people, how do you decipher if someone's going to misinterpret, or maybe they just don't like your strategy?
Right.
But that's also separate from perhaps criminal behavior, which would be sexual misconduct. How do we even deal with all of this?
Well, if it's not for you, don't listen to it. You know what I mean? I go on YouTube every morning and I put in motivational speakers because of this reason or because of that reason or whatever I'm feeling that day. And if you say motivational speaker, Tony Robbins is going to be in that speech somewhere at any point.
Will this impact you listening to
For me, no. For me, no. It was an allegation when I first heard it this morning, and in our morning meeting, full disclosure, everyone was kind of jumped on Tony Robbins, and he came out with this video immediately, and he came out with this letter that he says, I did not intend to write, but it's been over a year. BuzzFeed has been attacking me. My people who have worked for me are coming to meet you. You refuse to do that. You refuse to hear the truth. I have more video and evidence backing up every single allegation you charge me with. It's a smear campaign against Tony Robbins.
You believe that?
I believe that because right now it's alleged. And Tony Robbins has been a huge, huge, huge influence on my life and millions of people around the world, at least for the past 15 years for me. So I want to see evidence if this is going to come out. I don't need his name smeared, and I get that Tony Robbins could come off, maybe a little strong for some people. People tell me I come off strong.
Right.
I totally get it. If he's not for you, there's plenty of other motivational speakers out there that you could listen to.
But, and as Jeff just said, they are, as of right now, just allegations. We will keep everyone up to date. We'll continue to watch this story. But interesting, you guys have two completely different takes. Shocking new video released by the LAPD. Police have now arrested a 33-year-old woman in connection with an attempted kidnapping of a 4-year-old boy in Los Angeles. Police released this surveillance video where you can see a woman pick up a 4-year-old boy, walk out of the restaurant. The woman was later stopped by a witness as she tried to get into a car. She fled by foot. That's according to police. Al, you're a father of 3. This is every parent's worst nightmare.
Right.
Can you imagine?
Right, and you know what, I can't imagine. This is why you have to hover over your children. It's scary. We kind of come from parents in the generation before. It's like, oh, when I was your age, I would run around and, there was no one on the block. There were always predators. There always will be predators, and you have to be diligent as your job as a parent. I know a lot of people in that McDonald's might see that and be like, well, when you pick a kid up, it cries sometimes. But if something feels weird, like it did to the woman that stopped that, go ahead and stop it, even if it's weird. Because I know a lot of times if it's an interracial situation, somebody be like, oh, because I'm black, I can't have a white child or vice versa. I'd rather that. I'd rather somebody stop and have that kind of situation rather than us running a story on Monday about a missing child. So if it needs to be awkward, if you need to be called a racist, whatever,
right.
As long as the kids are safe, that's fine. I'll deal with your words on later at a later date.
Yeah, no, wow. Chime in, DBL Nation. We want to hear from you as well. Well, some sad news for feline fans. Tartar Sauce, a.k.a. Grumpy Cat, has died. She was just 7 years old. Grumpy Cat was arguably the most famous cat on the planet. She passed away due to complications from a urinary tract infection, according to her owner. Grumpy Cat became famous as one of the internet's first viral memes, spreading her grumpy wit and character far and wide. Grumpy also had an avid following of celebrity fans, including J-Lo, many more. I know many of our DBL viewers, as you guys have been writing us saying that, giving us that news.
Don't go to me.
Why are you smirking?
This story's not for me.
Okay, Erica, what do you think about Grumpy Cat?
Well, I think it's sad. Someone lost their pet, and clearly the cat has a lot of followers.
Yes.
And when my dog, I was going to say Spike, Lord have mercy, Tank, passed away, and he was like the dog on the air for morning radio.
Really?
So it didn't just affect me, it affected the listeners. Like, people were really heartbroken about it. So I can understand why people are so upset about it.
I know. A lot of people loved Grumpy Cat. Especially because he's almost like this pop culture icon. He really did invent the meme. So what?
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he knew where he was at any given time. Yeah, I mean, it's sad that we lost a cat. But I mean, I think my conspiracy theory is like this cat ran around a lot. I mean, think about it. It's on planes. It's like being passed around. It probably traumatized the cat a little bit.
I don't know about that. I believe
cats sleep 23 hours a day. This cat's on the red carpet every other Saturday.
I don't think that's the case at all, Al.
You don't think she's with J-Lo right now?
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, you keep handing things.
Okay.
Would you hand Sophie to 400 people?
You're absolutely right.
Okay,
Nor
then.
would my cats want to be even leaving their home. You should see the scratches on my arms when I try and take them to the vet. It's a nightmare. Yeah. So, but it is hard to lose a pet. So our sympathies with the family. That's
And
tough.
also $11 million of income a year. That too.
Ow. Ow. Come on now, Hal.
What? Are we gonna act like that cat wasn't a huge moneymaker?
It was a huge moneymaker, but I think right now I was just trying to pay respects to the family.
Okay, it's a little different situation. The $11 million on one side of the
Okay, so they're probably, then their income is hurt now too. That's
a little
tough.
bit, I would say so.
That's tough.
Okay.
All right. Well, DBL is live. We'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, our dear friend Dr. Dupinski is back with advice that could save your life. He'll tell you how you can put the focus back on your health. Then the lengths one woman went to bust her man out of jail. You won't believe. Look at him grinning. You won't believe how successful or how successfully she got him out. And you, the viewer, our fifth host, a California mom, is going viral for threatening a classroom full of kids. Students she believes are bullying her daughter. Is the mother in the right? Is she dead wrong? Your comments coming up next.
Hi, DBL Nation. Kelly Schuberth here with the DBL Digital team. Happy Friday. I did just want to tell you that Grumpy Cat's mom, her net worth is like $100 million. So while it's very sad that Grumpy Cat has passed away, she won't be hurting in the money department. At least I hope not if she saved her money. Let's go to the table. I think they're arguing about Grumpy Cat. Hey, Jeff, what do you say about Grumpy Cat up here?
The best thing was you
can't compare stories like that.
Don't come to me with
I know, but it's just
Guys, Grumpy Cat?
crazy.
No,
Obviously,
you good?
some stories are more important than others.
Yeah, we'll talk Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, you can talk about whatever you
on
want.
a
You don't
moral
have to
level.
talk, Grumpy. I was just telling DBL Nation that her net worth, the owner, is like $100 million. So
Oh,
she'll
my
be okay
goodness.
in that aspect.
She'll be okay.
You feel differently now?
I know you're worried about her work now.
Al was worried about it. Now, is she going to try to find another Grumpy Cat? Like, is she going to go through, like...
No, that would be weird.
Does anybody agree with my conspiracy theory that she was passed around a lot and that affected her lifespan?
Not only that, a cat.
Yeah.
Cats
They rest.
Cats want to be left alone.
Cats
Yeah.
do not, believe me, I've grown up with many cats. I've got many cats. They do not want to be removed
No,
from the couch,
from their home,
let alone
yeah.
from their home,
What
let
about
alone.
flashing lights all in their face,
Yeah,
you know?
be on a red carpet?
No.
I
Yeah.
think you're right, Al. I think you're right.
Yeah. So, anywho.
Yeah.
Yes, somebody actually just wrote in, Al, I think you hit on something. When we were young, we were told not to handle the young babies very much because it'll make them the young baby kitties or puppies. I don't know.
Yes, well said.
I don't know.
But, yeah.
I thought they were chiming into exactly what you said, but I think it got lost in translation.
Right. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want to see anything pass away, especially at a young age, but 7-year-olds for cat is what, 49? Dude.
Oh, are you going by cat years and all that? Well, most cats live to like 17 years old, 17 to 20. Like cats live longer than dogs, so that's although this could be like they say like purebred cats are gonna live less than a street cat.
Right.
So
Can cats be mutts as well?
I don't know.
I think it's dog turn, right?
Yeah,
I know, but
that's a dog term.
What's a mixed cat then?
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about. A California mom has been banned from her daughter's school after she went off on a bunch of students for allegedly bullying her daughter to the point of contemplating suicide. It was all caught on camera.
She's a girl, y'all are boys, okay? If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way, say your mom to me. Sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll them all up. Do you understand me?
And prior to the mom's rant, the boys accused of the bullying were confronted by authorities, but according to the mom, that only made things worse. So DBL Nation, based on this, should the mom be banned from her daughter's school or should the mom be celebrated? Let's get right to your comments.
This is a tough one. Pauline from Facebook says, it's one thing to stand up for your kid, but it's a whole other issue to stand up and bully other children. Pauline, the weird thing was she wasn't bullying the children. It seemed like she was bullying their parents, saying that she wanted to have physical confrontation with them. And again, to to quote my boy Jeff Schroeder, I can see both sides on this because, of course, we all know using your physicality isn't right. But on the other side, let's not forget that you love your children more than you love yourself times 10. And anything that's a threat to them, you will react strongly. And I see that in this woman.
Lily from Facebook says, if the school isn't going to defend the kid, the parent has to step in. If the parent hadn't stepped in and the child killed themselves due to bullying, what would we be saying about the parent then? I think that's a really great question. When I was in high school, I was jumped by 2 girls, and like they cracked my ribs. There were a lot of injuries. My mother's response when she found out, I have never seen my mother like that before. So I can really understand a need for a mother to protect their child at all costs.
It's a biological thing.
Yeah, so I'm not condoning it, but I do understand it.
Yeah.
Betty from Facebook says, I've been pushed to my limits like this before, but I directly contacted the parents of the kids who were bullying my child, and I spoke to them as adults. Going after the kids won't do anything. Betty, that's a great answer. I think you're right on with that. Unfortunately, sometimes emotions take control. I see where this lady's coming from emotionally. What she did was right? Absolutely not. That's what my answer is to this.
Let me provide some additional context. So this mother apparently did go to the school, did go to authorities, did have the school talk to the parents. So in her mind, she had exercised all the necessary options until that morning where she dropped her daughter off to school, and her daughter turned to her mother and said, if I weren't strong enough, I would kill myself. So you can imagine, of course, the emotions, but also she probably felt like she exhausted all the right things to do. So at this point, what are you supposed to do when you're backed against a wall if you've already done everything you're supposed to be doing? What would you do?
I don't know. I'm a very emotional person. You know what I mean?
But let's say you did everything right.
I don't know. You have to just hope for the best. You know, you can't go in there and start bullying kids and parents and getting physical about things.
One of the kids was sexually harassing her and even got suspended, and then they let him back in the school, and that's when it got to the point where she wanted to commit suicide.
I don't. You're trying to get me to say this is okay.
No,
and it's
not
never
at all.
going to be okay.
No, not at all.
Even though I
just
might
wanted
do it
to
myself.
I just wanted to give you more context.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't properly give the context, and I just wanted you to be able to answer it knowing everything. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to do.
Gotcha.
We'll be right back.
Hey there, DBL Nation, and welcome to The Breaks, where we bring you the latest trending stories trending around the web. Now, this is coming out of KGW.com, and the therapy dogs for Parkland High School shooting survivors get a yearbook page. So now, right after the shooting happened last February, bummer of an event to happen in the middle of a day for any school students, anything or anywhere. The students did receive therapy dogs, and the therapy advisor, her name is actually Sarah Lerner, had advised to put the therapy dogs into the yearbook and give them their own page, and which I thought was an awesome idea to spread some more positivity, to really give these dogs credit because they had a big role in helping these students out past that horrible moment. But the yearbook official Twitter, RE Yearbook, it's AERIE Yearbook, that's their official yearbook Twitter, actually tweeted out the photo. So go check that out, guys, because it's hilarious. You got these cute dogs and these little bow ties and these ties, and I thought it was really cute. They set up a whole photo shoot for them and pretty much treated them exactly like students, and I thought this was a positive, really enlightening piece to put into the yearbook. But DBL Nation, write us in and let us know. Do you have a pup, bro? Do you have a pupper? Do you have a puppy? Let us know, and we'll see you next break.
Welcome back to DBL. It's the part of the show where we talk about the craziest moments in reality TV this week. It's time for Reality Roundup! First up on Vanderpump Rules, it's the much anticipated second part of a 3-part reunion with Andy Cohen, and it's a pressure cooker.
You know this is going too far.
Who cares about that? He was calling my family hillbilly. About that, so now everyone feels so bad for him. Why do you feel bad for him?
I'm not going to sit here and listen to that on my family.
Yeah, listen, James is reaping what he sowed, because let me tell you, this kid has not been nice to, that's putting it lightly, this kid has been a complete jerk to a lot of the castmates. But I don't think that you should, they talked pretty poorly about his mom. I think family members off limits.
I agree. I think you never want to go there. I think a DBL reunion would be fun to see what would happen with Andy Cohen.
Oh!
Are you right?
You think real stuff would happen?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. Next up on the premiere of Southern Charm, rumors are running wild, leading up to a major confrontation at an elegant dinner party.
How are you?
Are you mad at me?
What's that?
Are you mad at me?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, she's as we.
Oh boy. Hey, Whitney said it never happened.
Stop it.
Erica Cobb.
These shows, especially in this context, really kind of like, who hangs out with the same people that much other than us?
We do, yeah. I was gonna say we do. That's funny.
But we work together.
Yeah, that's true.
Are they really, really friends, all of them? They all were hanging out together, and then they decided to have a show.
And more than hanging out together, Erica.
Ooh, I think I know what you mean.
I think that's where it gets messy.
Yeah.
And finally, we have to talk about the 2-hour premiere of Hannah B's season of The Bachelorette, and things got pretty tense.
How dare you come here and think this is okay? How is that being
Hannah,
serious
honestly,
about
if you want to get this upset with me, it's totally fine. But I could also say that you just dated Colton for the last 2 months, 3 months. You were just madly in love with him.
Does he have a point, Tori?
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I think I don't get The Bachelorette. I gotta be honest, I don't get The Bachelorette, but I like that this one in particular is making boundaries. I think that's new, because usually it's just, to me, a little bit boring. But this one, she made some boundaries and she's sticking to it.
And she doesn't mince words.
No, she does not.
Erica, what?
I like her. She's cute.
Got it. Got it. We read between the lines, Erica.
I feel like I know what you meant.
Mm-hmm. And this has been another edition of Reality Roundup. Coming up on DBL, I want you to take a good look at this very weird meal. Seth Rogen's dad made it, no joke, and we're going to recreate it here on DBL. And up next, our Stephanie Jones shows us how to put together the perfect picnic for families or romance. Ooh, we'll be right back.
Ooh, DBL Nation, we just got some good reality roundup. Fun fact, I was selected to be on The Bachelorette twice, and I turned them both down within a week before we were supposed to go film. Fun fact. What's going on? DBL Nation, it's your commercial break with Brandon London. Let's get back to the fifth host and get to some of these comments because a lot of you, as you can see, have been writing in on the mother that went and threatened the boys who had been bullying their daughter. So Lily from Facebook says, completely reasonable. If the school isn't going to defend the kid, the parent has to step in. If the parent hadn't stepped in and the child killed themselves due to bullying, what would we be saying about the parent? I think we read that one, my bad. I was in the back warming up my food. Robin Ashley says she needs to just pull her kid out. Brandy Sprung, I love it when you write in. Brandy says, if the school isn't doing anything, then yes, Mama Bear will come out. You will do anything to protect your child. And I agree, and let me give you all some context to this story. This mother has went to the school. The school has reached out to the bully's parents, and that even resulted to one of the kids, one of the bullies, being suspended from school for sexual harassment. From there, in the article, and multiple articles, it said the bullying, bless you, the bullying continued, and it got even worse to where it was a day where the mother was dropping the kid off at school, and you have to hear your 12-year-old say, Mom, I would have killed myself if I wasn't stronger. Here's my little 2 cents before I get back into your comments. Just think, when that kid said that she wanted to kill herself, that doesn't necessarily mean that she would have went into the room and just ate a bunch of pills. That kid could have got a gun, found a gun somewhere, went in, shot up the school, and then killed herself. So Mama Bear had to step in. I agree with what this mother did. XOOX says, but honestly, she should have pulled her kid out of school. Rainey on YouTube says, if schools won't address bullying and harassment in school, what choice do parents have? Remember a couple weeks ago, we did the story about the father who slapped her son's bully. And it was after drastic measures again. So I agree with all of you. I think we need to put it on the schools. You know, I think this school needed to do more. And I don't want a Monday morning quarterback, as we say, but I feel as though that school should have done absolutely more because, I mean, come on, you're talking about a 12-year-old telling her parent that she would have killed herself. Think about that. Let's go. Barbara on Facebook says, if teachers aren't going to help the student, the parents have to. Paula on Facebook says, this is one of the many reasons my kids started being homeschooled. I hear a lot of people saying that. I even asked my sister-in-law, my two wonderful nieces and nephews that are in school right now, what does she think about the bullying and all, you know, especially with my nieces and nephews had to change schools. It's a lot. And first and foremost to you parents out there, I love you all to death. We've got DBL decked out next with Steph, whose accent is better than mine.
We're giving away a Daytime Emmy gift bag to one lucky member of DBL Nation. Send us a video of your best award acceptance speech to dailyblastlive.com/Emmys. Our favorite submission is taking home this show-stopping prize, worth more than $14,000. So what are you waiting for? Watch, play, and win. Today's watch and win word is rest.
Welcome back to DBL. It's picnic season and I have some great ideas that will wow your friends and family in this DBL Decked Out presented by Sunsetter Awnings. Hey DBL Nation, it is picnic season. I'm going to show you how to have the best picnic in the park for your friends and family and also one for your partner too. Picnics can be an inexpensive and fun way to spend time with loved ones. First, for a family picnic, bring a picnic basket with waterproof insides to protect against spills. Place frozen water bottles inside the basket to keep food cool and keep everyone hydrated. By making everything snack style, it minimises the need for supplies as well as allowing more variety. So now my picnic is all set. I just need to make sure that I don't eat it all before my guests arrive. Picnics can also be a wonderful and inexpensive way to connect with your partner. For that, start with a cheese board. Try plastic stemware for a cider or champagne liquid dessert, but just remember to pack a corkscrew. And to set the mood, you'll want to bring along a wireless Bluetooth speaker. For all of your outdoor events, call Sunsetter Awnings at 1-800-507-3152. So this looks amazing. Now I just need someone to join me.
I'll join you.
Right. She looks like she's out of a fairy tale.
I know. Who doesn't love a good picnic, though? Do you love a good picnic?
If she's by herself.
No, but
this
do you like
is
to
a woman
picnic?
drinking in the middle of the grass. We got to get stuff. We got to get a date.
DBL Nation,
I'm down. I'll be there. That's my girl. I'm trying to get out of this segment.
Yes, we're out.
Here's what's coming up next.
The countdown is on to the Game of Thrones series finale, and you won't believe how many people want an entire do-over of the last season. Then, lovebirds turned jailbirds when a woman busts her man out of prison. You'll never guess how she pulled it off. And friend of the show, Dr. Drew, is back with vital information for women. What you can do right now to take control of your health when DBL comes back.
Hey DBL Nation, welcome back to the breaks. Now I'm going to switch gears here into kind of a more serious story, and it has to do with kind of the consequences of the Me Too movement, which has been about 2 years in the making now. And if you don't remember, it's about harassment, bringing it to the forefront in the workplace. Well, now a study by leanin.org says 60% of male managers feel uncomfortable with one-on-one meetings with women. So that is up 32% since the last time they did this kind of survey, which is kind of a unintended consequence of what's happened, but it's so unnecessary. I mean, I've had friends that have talked to me about it, and they're like, I just feel uncomfortable talking to women now, but that is not the issue. Like, let's not make this an issue where it becomes divisive and it's men against women and we can't talk to each other. Like, I encourage any man who's in a position of kind of authority and they're scared. Women aren't out to get you for something. They're not looking for a reason if you do something they don't like to like nail you. That's like not the intention. So if this is something that's making you nervous, but you still want to be professional with women, I encourage you to ask someone in your life who's a woman. Your mom, your sister, your spouse. Like, I want to be professional with the people I work with. How do I do that without coming across the wrong way? If that's what you're seriously concerned about, it's time to talk to someone. It's not time to make it an issue of like just completely removing yourself, because we're in this together. And women, I say the same thing. Don't just go out and be angry and be like, well, they're not going to talk to me because they're scared of me. It's a time to work together. So DBL Nation, how do you feel about this issue? Like, do men have the right to feel uncomfortable? And men, why do you feel uncomfortable? And how do you think we can help you change? Because again, this is about working together on everything. And I will see you next break. Bye, guys.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
You think this hair just naturally stays like this?
Log on and join our live conversation.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I do agree with you.
DBL starts right now.
Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
Welcome to DBL. That was a clip from The Big Bang Theory. Everyone is talking about last night's finale. Fans are mourning the end of the sitcom. After 12 seasons, it is the longest running ever. A warning, there are spoilers ahead. The 1-hour finale ended with Sheldon and Amy winning the Nobel Prize in Physics. Listen to Sheldon's acceptance speech.
Raj, Penny, Leonard, I apologize if I haven't been the friend you deserve. But I want you to know, in my way, I love you all.
Aw, now the cast is responding to the show's ending.
We had a lot of anxieties about how this was going to go. Us as actors, the writers, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on how to end this, and fans wanted to know what was going to happen, so it was tough, and I think that they did it brilliantly.
I was worried one of us was going to be killed off in the finale, so... Right. Being the Indian guy, I was really happy I made it.
I didn't watch, but me and my EP Bert our EP Bert, we're talking about this at the desk, and I think Sheldon's speech, because I watched it on my computer, wasn't so much even in the show, but he was talking to them, his castmates, as people. That's what it felt like to me when I watched it the first time.
I mean, think about it, 12 years, 12 seasons they've been working together, 12. I mean, we've been working together 3 seasons. I know we don't go by seasons, but that's a whole nother story.
We're not even there yet.
But, 2 seasons. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine?
I couldn't.
If we were together 12 years, God, we hope.
I look at the end of this, Erica, and I just think, no one wants to see a favorite show end. People hated the way Sopranos ended. People hated the way Lost ended. People are waiting for The Walking Dead to end. I
still can't believe it's still on.
It's amazing.
I can't wait till it ends.
Yes, but and people have a lot of problems with Game of Thrones, and I think it's more that you've loved this show. It's been a part of your life for 8, 9, 10 years. You don't want to see it end. There's really no good way, but that seemed like a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was a great one. I think a lot of the fans seem to be happy. Speaking of Game of Thrones, the countdown, Erica, is on. The Game of Thrones finale is only 2 days away. Fans have been anxiously awaiting this day for years. Here's a sneak peek. Ooh, but not all fans are happy with the final season. More than 800,000 people have signed a petition asking for an entire remake of season 8 with, quote, competent writers. Ooh, despite that, millions of people will watch. A survey finds nearly 11 million American workers could call in sick on Monday, suffering from GOT hangover. That's still less than the day after the Super Bowl when 17 million people called in sick. So DBL Nation, we want to hear from you. Would you skip work the day after a big show's finale? Will we be seeing you two at work on Monday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, people are getting really crazy about this Game of Thrones. Listen, I'm a huge fan, but people really went over my head on this one. I thought it was a great season. I mean, I don't know what people are expecting. My only problem is that it's only 6 episodes. I think a lot is happening in 6 episodes. Maybe stretch it to 10 or 12 and then get the story going. But because I think their storyline is right, it's just a lot is happening really quickly.
Even the happy people aren't happy with it.
I know.
I'm happy.
I haven't heard. I think it's great, but it's a little short. It should be twice as long.
Or it's
like
too
everyone
dark.
keeps saying,
I want more.
too many Starbucks cups. I really think the real issue was that there was too much anticipation. How long was it between?
Over 2 years.
2 years? Like, that's automatically going to make people think that it sucks.
Before we move on, thumbs up or thumbs down on this season?
I say thumbs up. I think people are just being so hard on this show. I mean, you think about the different sets, the different places they have to be, the hundreds and thousands of extras that they have. They have digital dragons that they have to put in there. All this crazy stuff is going on. It's very expensive, and that's why they don't have 10 episodes, because it costs a ton of money.
Yeah.
So they got to get this in. Those dragons cost money, man.
Yeah, but so did Friends. They each were making $1 million.
That's true. I know, but aren't there a lot? There's hundreds of thousands of extras.
Yeah, but that's $8 million you're paying Friends,
But
and they said each episode
they had that sitcom money, though. That's that, they had advertising.
100 million people watch this show.
I know, but there's no advertisement for Pizza Hut in the middle of it.
Let's look at the final vote.
There is Starbucks. Good point.
Let's look at the final vote. 79% of you say that no, you're not going to skip work the next day. See, we got some responsible
I'm going to skip work for a whole different
DBL Nation. Okay. Right now, a woman is behind bars after she pretended to be a California sheriff's deputy to break her boyfriend out of jail. She successfully broke him out. The couple was later arrested in Arkansas. The woman pleaded guilty Monday and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. As for her boyfriend, he pleaded guilty earlier this year and was sentenced to 1 year in prison. Now, here's the twist, Erica. He was about to face charges in Ventura for criminal impersonation. And he apparently talked her into doing the same thing, even though she had a rap sheet as well.
Right. Well, he was impersonating a loving boyfriend. If you see the 2 photos, he's smiling, she looks miserable. Welcome to the rest of your life, okay?
Yeah.
Just remember this, ladies and gentlemen. You can do bad by yourself. You don't need somebody to come into your life and help you do bad. All those bad decisions are going to happen on your own. You get a Joe like that and you end up in prison for something like that, I think she has a whole lot of time to think about who her boo is and who it should have been.
Erica Cobb laying it down. Yeah. All right, let's move on to this next story. Are men too afraid to interact with women at work? Well, a new study out today found that 60% of male managers say they are uncomfortable interacting with women at work. That's up from 32% last year. And men are most uncomfortable interacting with women in these situations: mentoring, socializing, and in one-on-one meetings. Here's what Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg had to say about it on CBS This Morning.
We need to redefine what it means to be a good guy at work. It's not enough to not harass, and I think too many people think that's sufficient. That's necessary, that's a basic, but it's not sufficient. Women need equal opportunity. And what does that mean? Equal time in meetings. It means the right kind of feedback.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's true. I try to be the nicest guy I can at work, but to some, I could come off a little strong. I don't mean to. That's just the person I am. And anything said now in this atmosphere could be taken way out of context. If I'm changing in the dressing room and the curtain's open and I'm in my underwear, all of a sudden, I'm the guy in the dressing room in his underwear.
Like
and it can be taken way out of context.
Right.
I'm being serious, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tony Robbins is being accused of this, and as soon as you get accused of this, it's a long road back, even if you didn't do anything. Just the accusation itself brings people down.
But to give you some comfort in continuing to be yourself, because we all know what a wonderful person you are, false accusations are super slim. So I don't want the false accusations to cloud you all into having to somehow not embrace working relationships with women, because then that's further discriminating against women. But I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something that I think about. I make sure that, like, you know, before I put my arm around somebody, which I rarely do now, before I comment on somebody's hair, I think about it. And it's okay for me to be uncomfortable or make sure that I'm making somebody comfortable rather than me being too comfortable, because I wouldn't want to find out 5 years down the line that somebody was uncomfortable with something I was doing. So I'd rather just be as professional, as friendly as we all are naturally. But I think we are dealing with some of the backlash because of the egregious acts that went on before. Everybody like romanticized Mad Men. That was horrible for women right up until about a year ago. So like there's a little payback that needs to be, and if that means guys backing off a little bit, being genuinely human beings, I think we're fine with that. And I think I speak for Jeff when I said that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but it is scary. I'm not going to lie. It is in the back of my mind all the time. You know what I mean? Because even if we're hanging out socially, you know what I mean? As soon as I like get, it's just it's in the back of my mind.
At the camp.
I want to get Erica in real quick. What are you thinking, Erica?
You know, I really think that we are overthinking this, especially for people like the two of you, because really what it comes down to, if you're doing your job and you're a person who respects other people, then the gender really doesn't play into it. I've sat in many rooms where there have been high-level people, both male and female, and they get along very well. The relationship is very respectful. It's no different than what we do here. So I want you to take that out of your mind, because by putting it in your mind, it almost manifests this thing that's happening that's not really happening.
I agree. Queen of manifestation.
Yep. Yeah, she is.
I know we got to go, but I disagree with that just because I think I'm being cautious, and I think you need that as a man.
Sure.
So I always want to be aware of it. I don't want to take it out of my head, and it doesn't mean that I really need to think about it. I'm a good guy.
Right.
But I'm telling you, one person has it out for you. You can't make everybody happy all the time.
But that could happen.
Statistic, though.
It could happen at any
time.
Right.
It's one time, and I didn't do it, and that accusation's out there. My career is over. Right. So how could I not think about it?
Hey, I don't blame you for thinking about it. We're just trying to reassure you that the odds, especially with somebody as great as you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I get the survey.
It's a great conversation. Absolutely. Clearly, a lot of people feel the same exact way. Coming up on DBL, Dr. Drew Pinsky chats with us about National Women's Health Week, and he's telling us about an app that'll make it easier to take care of yourself. And this very bizarre dinner is going viral right now. Seth Rogen's father whipped it up, and we're going to try it too. Ooh, that's coming up next. Hey guys, let's see.
I might have to saw it off. I don't think I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah, that's fine.
That looks like it could ruin your life.
Let's continue.
The mustard.
So a lot of people are chiming in regard to the last conversation we had. It's interesting because I think, you know, both of you are coming from just pure honesty, and then Erica's coming from a point of don't overthink it because it's not likely something individuals with your type of character have to worry about.
Well, Sam,
but it still worries Jeff. But it still worries Jeff.
Remember our camping trip this weekend? And we were talking to the sound guy.
Yeah.
And he said he's very cautious when he mics up.
He should be.
I'm not saying he shouldn't, but it's because there were touchy-feely sound guys, I'm sure.
Thank you.
So he's dealing with that now, where those guys are probably gone.
Sound guys are putting their hands in your shirt.
Yes, of
and
course.
It's
I'm not
probably
saying
the
he
most,
shouldn't.
and especially when you don't even know the sound person's name yet, and they put their hand down your shirt. I apologize to the sound guys that I have like immediately jumped to, but I have immediately been like, whoa, like, hey, my name is Sam, like some sound people, men and women, a lot of them are fantastic, but I have encountered some that don't even ask me my name and then immediately put their hand down my shirt, and I'm getting emotional just talking about it. It's completely invasive. Like, I hate it when at least like ask me, hey, my name is Joseph. Do you mind if I put this wire down your shirt? Because they're touching all right here, you know, especially if it's the wire that sticks in between your breasts. So.
But again, I think that's obvious. I don't think that's one
really,
too. I know, but I'm saying, what if to that man or that person, it's nothing to them? This is the 10,000th person that it means nothing to them. But you feel that way. That person doesn't know, and sometimes maybe I won't know.
I know, but you're not putting your hand down people's
No,
shirt.
Again, I'm saying that's super obvious. Yeah. But at the same time, there's certain situations where people don't know that you're kidding around.
Yeah.
And then you're accused.
I do think that's a slim situation. Welcome back to DBL. We all know funny man Seth Rogen. He's known for comedies and being pretty raunchy, but now it's his dad who's got people laughing because of this sandwich. Take a look. It starts with a rice cracker, then a little cheese, a banana on top of that, a veggie burger, and some mustard garnish. DBL Nation is weighing in. Leo from Twitter says, I'd eat this. I've had a frozen pizza with uncooked ramen noodles and cheddar cheese sprinkled on. I think we all have in college. We've got our own version of Seth Rogen's dad sandwich right here.
Do you want to get a shot of this?
Who's brave enough to eat it?
The ramen.
I'll eat it. Let's see.
I
want to try it. It looks disgusting.
It doesn't look the best, but I'll try. You got to get a little piece of everything in this.
I will. I'm going to get the mustard in there too, but it looks disgusting.
The banana is kind of throwing me off.
I can smell the banana, man.
All right, I'm just going to go for it.
Oh, no.
I'll dip a little there and there. I'll dip a little of this.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's better than I thought it was.
The banana kicks in the end.
It's kind of fun.
It's not bad at all.
It's not the worst.
I can smell the mustard and the banana mixing together in my nose.
Actually,
it's good. It complements it.
I was scared of it.
Me too. It's not bad.
No.
You should have been scared. You still should be scared.
It's actually pretty. It's actually not bad at all. Will you try a bite?
No.
Dude, you have to try a bite.
I can't.
I'm telling you.
It'll come right back.
You know
I can't.
what's
Banana.
interesting?
Get the banana out of there.
I can't. No, I don't like mustard. I don't like no. That's all touching.
All right.
Just,
but you know what's interesting is the layers. Like first I tasted the cheese and the rice cake. Then I tasted the banana, then the mustard. I liked that there was almost like a wine, like a fine wine with many nuts.
I just had that veggie patty on its own.
Yeah.
And that was disgusting.
It's better to have it all.
No.
Yeah. Many notes in here. Many
Y'all
notes.
are going to town like this is what's up, and it is so not.
The cheese and the rice cracker.
I know. I agree. I'm into this. At least I don't have to buy lunch today. All right.
Really, Sam?
Not that bad.
I can't believe you guys are eating that.
I was horrified when I saw it. It's not that bad.
That's like what you're eating when they rescue you in a cave. I was about to eat this.
They oddly all separate, though. They oddly all separate. I feel like I had a banana, then I had a cheese and cracker, then I had a little bit of a burger, and then I had a fry with some mustard. It all separated, all in one bite. It's bizarre. He might be onto something.
Yeah, he was definitely on something.
Exactly.
That's true, probably. We're switching gears here to some news from Hollywood that has everyone talking. Raquel Villanueva has the news at the moment.
That's right, Sam. This story about Robert Pattinson saved Erica and Al from having to eat whatever that just was. Now, he is ready to become the new Batman, and fans have plenty to say about it. Now, you might remember him as the shiny vampire in Twilight, which made him a teen heartthrob. Variety reports he will star in the new Batman film, replacing Ben Affleck, who had been playing the Caped Crusader. While most fans are okay saying goodbye to Batfleck, there are mixed feelings about this casting choice. In just a matter of hours, there are already petitions online asking for Pattinson to be replaced.
Not bad. I like that Robert Pattinson as Batman. He seems like a good
I can't talk to you right now. I can't believe you're eating. Oh my goodness.
I'm honest. I swear to God to you.
If you ever turn down any food in my house, Sam, I'm going to take it very personally. No.
Try a bite, Al.
Just a bite.
No.
Al, you eat.
I can smell.
Al Jackson.
By the way,
over there, you eat octopus. You eat salmon.
I just had alligator bites before we started.
Okay, and you're afraid to have rice cake, cheese, and banana?
No, banana is. I don't like the way.
Okay.
I don't like the texture.
I know we got to go. I came in after our shoot because Al got gator bites at the shoot. I came in here after.
Gator bites?
There was some kind of smell in here that I had to go through the car wash by myself with no car. It was so bad, and it was Al's leftover food.
Oh,
I'm not even
that's
kidding. I had to run
disgusting.
out of here.
Oh, and I apologize for the banana
I believe
over
it.
here.
I believe it. I used to sit next to it.
Unfounded rumor.
All right.
Oh, watching the break, people are going to back it up. Oh, man.
Yikes, I'm glad I didn't smell it. Coming up on DBL, Dr. Drew Pinsky is back on the show with information about a health app that could revolutionize how you see the doctor. We'll be right back.
It's only a matter of time.
Not for me. It's not for me.
See? Wait, turn the camera. Show everyone yelling at Al. Al's coming over here. Shame.
What?
Shame. Come, shame.
Chicken salad?
Shame.
I'll
Shame.
talk to
Go
Lex on
talk
the
to
desk.
so Kelly wasn't here. I wasn't here, so I don't even know what anyone's talking about.
It was horrible.
But I am very sensitive with the smells, so I'm glad I wasn't here.
So Kelly wasn't here, and if you guys don't know at home, we go on break at 3 o'clock, and the room is pretty much empty except for a select amount of people, which did include me yesterday.
No.
So Al, you want to tell them what happened yesterday?
Yeah, I've been trying to have a lot of salad, so you should be proud of me.
Good for you.
Trying to get the
Good for
gut
you.
down. And I decided to make a little chicken breast and cut it up in there. And then I put some red wine vinegar. It's very delicious.
Sounds
and
fantastic.
I can just see Big Chris looking at me over your shoulder.
He said it was bad.
And then I put top over the Tupperware, and I guess I didn't fix it well enough.
Broccoli was in there. There was broccoli.
Oh, that was from that place I went to. That was a little seasoned
That
broccoli.
place
Yeah.
I traced it to his desk.
That might have been bad. I didn't know.
The cover wasn't fully on.
That might have been bad.
Yeah.
The whole studio just smelled like doo-doo.
What went wrong? Like, did you just leave it out?
I think broccoli in
Like,
general,
what?
cooked broccoli.
Oh, it was
is
cooked broccoli.
It's a little
Okay.
gamey.
Yeah.
And I left the top on. It was really good when I ate it. I'm sure it was.
It
I don't know, it must
smelled like
ferment.
it spent a long period of time just chilling.
I'm sorry for trying to be healthy. You know what? Snickers bars don't smell bad when you leave them out.
We had to dispose of it outside this room.
And it lingered. People like me who eat my lunch at 10:30 get in trouble for a smell when my stuff doesn't even smell. It's like, what is someone eating this early? And it's all because of Al.
DBL Nation, do you have any funky smells in your office?
I apologize.
Welcome back to DBL. Getting to the doctor when you're sick isn't easy, but there is technology available that brings the doctor to you. Earlier, I sat down with a dear friend of our show, Dr. Drew Pinsky, to talk about the latest way to get on-demand house calls. He explains how an app is helping change the future of healthcare in today's DBL Spotlight. Dr. Drew, thank you so much for joining us here at DBL. We've missed you, and we're so excited to talk to you about your health app, Heal. So many people can benefit from it, including me. I'm raising my hand.
Well, Sam, as you know, I helped participate in the creation of Heal because I was getting all these calls from this woman named Sam Shocker and driving me crazy, and I figured she needed to have a service that would come to her so she could unload some of my responsibility a little bit. Hey, Casey, I'm Dr. Drew. I'm working with Heal. This is Yahira, our assistant. Heal is an app, heal.com, a website. You can get a physician 365 days a year, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at your work, Sam. They'll come to you at work or at home. The parents of the children that get the services from Heal are over the moon because often you don't want to sit around other sick kids or the pediatrician's office is closed. Heal will come. They do high-quality pediatric care. Anything you could do in an urgent care center, you can do with Heal. And it makes me furious that people go to urgent care and ERs when you go into that space. Any questions for me or anything? You are paying for all that equipment, all that real estate, all those personnel you pay for when all you want is a doctor to pay attention to you.
How can we access Heal right now?
It's all throughout California. It's in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia. Now it will be coming to other major cities throughout the country.
That said, it's National Women's Health Week. What are some things women should do proactively when it comes to their health?
Breast examinations, mammograms, appropriate screening of your reproductive organs, HPV vaccine. But another thing people don't think about is cardiac health. I mean, women get heart disease rather commonly. Mental health screening, that can be something to pay attention to very carefully. So there's a lot for women to be, there's a lot of unique needs for women.
I'm like writing things down, Dr. Drew. You know me. I appreciate you. We miss you. Come back to DBL. And thank you again. And I cannot wait for your Heal app. You're going to get a lot less text messages from me.
I maybe half as many. So, all right.
Bye, Drew.
See ya.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We'll be right back.
Yo, Nation, I got a bone to pick right now. I stayed around. I had a coming in hot. That was all about the new Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus Old Town Road remix video, and it got cut.
It'll be back.
I was hurting inside. I don't feel loved. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the viewer comments and just go ahead and talk about what you all have been talking about all day. First and foremost, thank you for writing in. You give our hosts different perspectives, and we want to know what you all are thinking and what you all are thinking about at all times. Michael Rayner Forrest in St. Louis, shout out to the Lou, says Big Bang and Game of Thrones
That's what everyone's watching right now. You may not believe this, but I was a Big Bang Theory guy. Like, Raj Koothrappali was like, this is my guy, absolutely. XOOX says, that's love, dumb love, but love. I guess talking about the woman who broke, or I was gonna say bailed her boyfriend out, but no, she didn't bail him out, she broke him out. Now she's gonna be doing time. That sucks, but you know, I guess that's the difference. I guess there's that meaning when they say Bonnie and Clyde. Vote to Count says, I always had a witness when meeting with a man or a woman. I guess talking about the story we had about how men feel in the workplace, how they feel like they have to act a certain way. I don't understand it. I can see how certain things can, you know, I can see how certain men will feel certain ways about, like, yo, do you hug someone, you handshake, that sort of thing, meeting with someone one-on-one. You can see that, but I love Erica's point about just like, don't be a creepo. Like, that's just act like act like a professional. Act like you know how to act. XOOX also says, wow, men are weird. We sure are. So are women. George Hickman says, the problem is not what we do, it's how a woman perceives it. I understand that some men are crude, but many times it's a case of a woman being oversensitive or overreacting to innocent, non-sexual gestures. It really needs to stop. So, ladies, here's George Hickman, not me saying it. He's saying that a lot of the times, like, behavior, how men treat each other, we joke around, we can laugh, you know, that sort of thing. I guess he's saying that if someone was to try to do that to a woman, it could be taken the wrong way and be insensitive. I kind of understand what he's saying, but at the same time, we used to say in football, KYP, know your personnel. You have to know who you're dealing with. You have to know the personality of that person. You have to know like who that person is, because you can't just come up and say some sort of crude joke to someone who you really don't know. That's how I feel about it. We got the end of the show coming up next. R.I.P. Grumpy Cat.
Today's watch and win word is rest.
Welcome back to DBL. May is for moms, and all month long we are celebrating mothers who are making a difference. Tina Martin single-handedly raised her son Trey, all the while facing a debilitating illness. After being offered multiple full-ride scholarships to go to college, Trey credited his mother for his success. What a great son. Tina was nominated by her Aunt Candy and Pastor Leslie. Tina, we are sending you this gift bag full of goodies from all of us here at DBL, and it's loaded with good stuff. Skincare products, hair products, tools for your hair, tools for your skin. This is for pain relief, stress, and muscle stimulation. So a lot of goodies for you. And girl, you've raised a good son. I mean, not only multiple scholarships, but crediting his mama, Erica.
Yeah. Well, you know, if mama ain't right, then everything goes wrong.
I'm getting a little too much into this bag.
I know. We better put everything back.
I'm gonna.
Well, congratulations to you, Tina.
I'll tell you, as a former teacher, like, you would see kids, you'd be like, who raised that child?
Right?
Oh, immediately. I always say kids are like lawns. You can tell when they've been taken care of.
Wow.
And just like you can see that kid, you can just like, yeah, that came from somewhere.
Right.
So good on her and good on him. Well done. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Well
good job, Mama.
done. Aw, we'll see you guys all on Monday, same time, same place. Congratulations, Tina. And congrats to Trey, too, with all those scholarships.
Yeah, man.
Bye, guys.
Kelly Schubert with the DBL Digital team here. I was trying to tell you about a story last hour, and it's how to fake sick with your boss. This is trending across our techno markets right now, and I saw it this morning, and I loved it so much that I thought I'd tell you the best way and time to skip work. So it's really funny. This is coming up because of the Game of Thrones finale this Sunday. A lot of people are saying they're taking Sunday off. Oh, she's gonna sidetrack me again, Tori. Let me tell you about the ways to fake sick with your boss.
Got it.
Okay, the day to call in. What day do you think is the best day to take off sick?
Like for some reason, like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
They say Tuesday.
'Cause you're not Monday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't get the red flag of the Monday or the Friday. The best time to call in. For us, it might be a little different because some of us work really early.
Like 8:30?
6:38 a.m.
6:38?
Yeah, 6:38 a.m. They say that's when your boss is most likely like waking up, getting ready for his day.
I could see that.
His or her day, so they're getting a little distracted.
And you look like there's something wrong.
Exactly. What illness do you think is the best illness to say?
Dragon's breath.
The best illness is to say you have a stomach issue.
Yeah.
Because
gastrointestinal.
your boss isn't going to, they don't want to know any more about that. They're not going to ask extra details on that.
That's a good
and
point.
you can also come into work the next day because your stomach issue could be over.
That's great.
You know?
Do you go with the clams? I used to always be like, it must have been the clams. And then someone's like, you're eating a lot of clams. Like, no one eats this much clams.
Oh, that's so funny. So a couple other tips. It says leave the overacting to the celebs. It's a sick day, not a season 2 cliffhanger. And it says you have a fake stomach problem, not the plague. Don't act like it's Ferris Bueller's day off. Don't post stuff on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do any of that.
That's a good point.
All right, guys. You did not hear these from us, but those are the tips.
Dragon's breath.
Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
You are totally off base here.
Log on and join our live conversation.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I do agree with you.
DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Friday, May 17th. We are live, and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. I'm here with Tori, Jeff, Al, and I'm Sam. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The final episode of Game of Thrones airs Sunday, but what's going to happen on Monday may surprise you. Plus, our friend Dr. Drew Pinsky is back with advice that could save your life. He'll tell you how you can put the focus back on your health. And it is a day of mourning for Grumpy Cat fans, and there are millions of you out there. All of that in moments. But first, former Bachelor Ben Higgins was supposed to join our panel today, but he got delayed at the airport, so he sent us this shout out instead.
Hey DBL, it's Ben here. I'm so sorry I can't make today. I got stuck in Oakland last night, and I'm still here now, but I cannot wait to catch up with you all very, very soon. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, we miss you, Ben, but we will see you soon. Now to our news of the day. Self-help guru Tony Robbins is being accused of sexual misconduct. Former female staffers and followers have accused him of inappropriate sexual advances. 2 women who worked for him say he continued to pursue them even after they made it clear they were not interested. And 2 other former assistants said Robbins expected them to work alone with him while he was naked or in the shower. The report also contains recordings of Robbins berating rape and abuse victims, sometimes calling them liars and asking them if they've ever been a, quote, crazy expletive. Robbins has denied all of the allegations, calling them salacious and false. And Robbins just posted this response on Instagram, including a video from a woman who says BuzzFeed misreported her experience. Watch.
BuzzFeed just basically continues to try to use pieces of the intervention out of context to make their point, the point that they want to make regardless of the experience that I am relating.
In an open letter to BuzzFeed editors, Robbins says, quote, your organization has made it clear to my team that you intend to move forward with publishing an inaccurate, agenda-driven version of the past, pierced with falsehoods. Now, Jeff, you've been very forthright on our show that you are motivated by positive motivational talks. You listen to them before you come to the show, including Tony Robbins. Does hearing this change in any way how you think of him?
For me, no. And actually, it makes me respect him a little bit more. And I'm going to explain why here. I do listen to Tony Robbins. I listened to him for the last 15 years. I listen to him. I just type in morning motivation, and you're not going to get a motivational series without Tony Robbins in it. I do like the way he's handling this. If you read the whole letter, what he wrote to the editors, to the board of directors of BuzzFeed, he says, I've tried multiple times to get my team to meet with your team. I have proof that all of your allegations are false, but you refuse to listen to any of this. You only want to be there to trash me. That's what he's writing in this open letter. He's nipping it in the bud. He's handling it right when they strike. I understand Tony comes off sometimes as a bit aggressive. If you ever listen to Tony, he does.
But that's not criminal.
Right, and he does swear a lot. That motivates me. Not the swearing, but the way he is as a coach to me motivates me. If that's not for you, there's plenty of other people out there that will motivate you in a different way. You have to find yours. Tony's mine.
Tori, how do we separate that?
And again, these are all allegations.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Yes.
And they're all allegations. How do we separate, especially in the Me Too movement? One statement's going to be more egregious than the other. Unfortunately, nowadays, we just read a headline and we see Tony Robbins' Me Too movement, and you know what? He could be guilty of some pretty egregious things. We don't know. But how do we decipher between maybe tough motivation or somebody misinterpreting what he's doing or straight up sexual misconduct? Because right now it seems pretty convoluted.
You need evidence. You need evidence. If there is sexual misconduct, you need to have straight up evidence. And I think what Jeff is saying is right. Not many Me Too movement men who have been caught go so aggressively out in front of the story. And that's what Tony Robbins is doing right now. It's very believable when someone does that. When you see you've tried to contact me and I've tried to contact you, you've never gotten back in touch with me. If you don't get in front of it, I have to be honest, the headline news of the day, if I see Me Too and Tony Robbins, a lot of people are going to assume it's true. So good on him if it isn't true to get in front of the story. I don't think Aziz Ansari understood that, and I think he got swiped down by the Me Too movement unfairly. But I think Tony Robbins seems to be fighting back pretty aggressively, and that's the strategy I would have
And we'll just have to continue to follow this story because as of right now, they're just allegations, but we will keep you all up to date. Switching gears here, glamour is on full display at the Cannes Film Festival in the south of France. And we're rounding up some of the best looks from the red carpet so far this week. Selena Gomez looks stunning in this white Louis Vuitton bustier and skirt. And look at the Bulgari diamond necklace. Oh, wow. Actress Julianne Moore wore a metallic silver dress by Givenchy with a flowing pink overlay. And Eva Longoria rocked a sleeveless gold gown by Victoria Beckham on the Rocketman red carpet. Speaking of which, Rocketman star Taron Egerton and Elton John performed a duet at the world premiere of the film. Check it out. Yes. Why do you look stunned, Al? What's wrong with you?
I've always wanted to hear the Rocketman 43% work.
That was bad.
That was not good. Sam,
bad.
what's that look for?
You thought it was that bad?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Elton John, and there is no other Elton John.
Of course.
But to be singing it right in front of Elton John, it's got to be a little
Yeah, but you got to be ready for that. I mean, if you're going to be singing and you're ready for that, you got to be prepared. That sounded like karaoke at a bad.
What?
It really did.
I'm sorry.
So do you
there should have been a Coors Light on that piano.
Okay. Do you think, Tori, that this will hurt? Now I'm more excited to see the movie. Do you think
that made you more excited, Sam?
Yes, I can't wait to see the movie now. I'm sorry. I guess I'm easily impressed, according to you all. Do you think this will hurt the movie, considering your reaction?
If this is the first hook, the first preview, the first trailer, and it's all about singing. This whole thing is about singing. Elton picked this guy to be it. I was expecting
it's not all about singing. It's all about his life. So you're going to want.
But remember, he said it's a full musical. The difference between this and Bohemian Rhapsody is I sing. So if you're putting it out there, you got to be the best at it.
I wonder if we had like a shoddy recording because because I just can't imagine it being bad.
But you're saying shoddy, so you're saying it wasn't great.
Yeah, it didn't sound wonderful, but
it didn't reach your expectations. Am I right?
I feel bad saying that.
I know.
I feel like, yeah. I think you're right.
There we go. Sam is so honest. She couldn't do it anymore. She was like, all right.
Can't lie.
I think you're all
I love
right.
it.
All right. Some sad news for feline fans. Tartar Sauce, a.k.a. Grumpy Cat, has died. She was just 7, you guys, just 7. Grumpy Cat was arguably the most famous cat on the planet. She passed away due to complications from a urinary tract infection. According to her owner, Grumpy Cat became famous as one of the internet's first viral memes, spreading her grumpy wit and character far and wide. Grumpy also had an avid following of celebrity fans, including J-Lo and many, many more. Al, you brought up an interesting point earlier because
What, that tartar sauce doesn't last long?
Okay. No, Al.
What?
Al. Al, obviously, come on now, Al. Do you know how hard it is to lose a pet?
Yeah.
It's hard to lose a pet. Wow.
She crossed the rainbow bridge, and we should give respect. She started the meme, and I mean that.
Does she know that, Tori?
I don't think it matters. She's a pop culture icon. She changed the language of literally millennials to Gen Xers. They speak in a picture form, and we speak in a digital form, in a text form. I swear to God.
You sound like you're talking about the founder of Facebook.
I'm telling you that Grumpy Cat means a lot to pop culture more than you know.
Yeah. And it is hard to lose a fur baby. It is, jeez. Have you, come on.
That was a great joke, Sam.
What
the tartar
was?
sauce?
I don't
It's got mayo in it.
Okay. All right. May Grumpy Cat rest in peace.
I thought you were going to make a mayo
Me
pun.
too.
Oh, I should have.
Mayo, rest in
No,
peace.
it wasn't appropriate. I'm glad I didn't.
Okay.
DBL's Live will bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, our dear friend, Dr. Dupinski, is back with advice that could save your life. He'll tell you how you can put the focus back on your health. Then the lengths one woman went to bust her man out of jail. You won't believe how she successfully got him out. And you, the viewer, are our 5th host. A California mom is going viral for threatening a classroom full of kids. Students she believes are bullying her daughter. Is the mother right? Is she in the wrong? Your comments coming up next.
Hi there, DBL Nation. Kelly Schubert here with the DBL Digital team. Happy Friday. I'm so excited it's the weekend. How about you guys? It's been an extra long week. A lot of people around here thought Mercury was maybe in retrograde. It is not, I assure you. So let's have a good weekend. What are you guys doing this weekend? Tell me about your plans. Maybe we should go around the room and ask people what they're doing this weekend. Hey, Adam.
Yes.
What are you doing this weekend?
No plans.
No plans. Boring. Dave, what are you doing this weekend?
Saturday I'm golfing with Schroeder and Joel.
Oh, that'll be fun. Are you guys
Yeah.
going to have a friendly little bet to see who wins?
No, I'm gonna win.
Oh.
Don't even have to bet it. We don't even have to bet on
Confident.
it.
I like that. We'll have to ask Jeff. Big
Yeah.
Chris, what are you doing this weekend?
Working.
Working. He's working. That's great. And I know we're all watching Game of Thrones this weekend, so I'm pretty excited about that. Who do you think is going to be on the Iron Throne? Do you think Dany's going to die? A lot of you are interested in Game of Thrones, so that's why I'm here talking to you about it. And the sick day. Millions of people are going to call in sick. Tor. Millions of people are going to call in sick this weekend. Tori, are you going to be one of those who's going to call in sick on Monday because of Game of Thrones?
I've got the pox.
I've got the black lung.
Is that what they say?
I think I'm getting the black lung, Pop.
You've been there one day, Derek. One day.
One day.
Merman.
I'm a merman.
Do you not know the movie?
What is this movie?
Zoolander.
I was like 7 when it came out. Get out of here.
So hot right now.
Hot right now. Hansel.
I do remember the beginning when
come
they have
talk
like a
with us.
gasoline.
Who do you think is going to be on the Iron Throne?
That was like
We're doing this again?
Yeah, we're doing this.
Daenerys, obviously.
You
Daenerys.
think so? You don't think she's going to die?
No, because.
Oh, now Jeray's exiting.
Here's my thing.
Not interested. Am I in
How
this?
has every
Jesus, back up.
no it's okay. How has every Game of Thrones expectation been subverted? The thing that everybody wants to happen with a happy ending or the traditional ending
Is not what they
is
get.
not what happens.
So I thought it'd be Sansa
The
or
bad
they get
guys-
rid of the throne,
well,
and you're saying neither of those
it's
will happen.
Definitely not Sansa.
It's definitely Sansa.
She hasn't been. No, there hasn't been any foreshadowing of that.
That's why it's not what you expected. I just
No,
proved your
but they
point.
always foreshadow something.
20
The bad guys always win.
It's
Bad guys
Sansa.
always
It's
win.
Sansa.
Bye, guys.
Also,
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for 5th host when we talk about what you're talking about. A California mom has been banned from her daughter's school after she went off on a bunch of students for allegedly bullying her daughter to the point of contemplating suicide. It was all caught on camera.
She's a girl, y'all are boys, okay?
If y'all bully my daughter, if you look at her the wrong way, if you breathe the wrong way, send your mom to me. Sisters, aunts, anybody over 18, I'll them all up. Do you understand me?
Now, prior to the mom's rant, she formally complained to the school that her daughter had been bullied for months. And although this led to the suspension of one student, according to the mom, that only made things worse. So DBL Nation, based on this, should you celebrate the mom? Do you understand her? Or should she be banned from the school?
All right, Sam, let's get into this. Pauline from Facebook says, it's one thing to stand up for your kid, but it's a whole other issue to show up and bully other children. You know, I think really, if anybody, she was bullying the parents. I always look at that movie John Q. It comes on TNT all the time with, and the Kelly Schubert likes it with
Denzel.
Cool. With Denzel, and he, you know, he takes over the hospital because his son needs a life-threatening.
He felt desperate.
His son was about to die, and he didn't have insurance. And I remember the best line in that movie is he's on the payphone in the hallway with his wife, and she says, "Do something." And there's a moment when you're out of options. I'm not saying this is life or death, but it could have been. Yeah. We have done reports on the show about kids that have killed themselves because of bullies. This mom clearly felt like it was to that point. She was in the red, and when you push a race car in the red, stuff like this happens.
Wow.
Lily from Facebook agrees with you, says if the school isn't going to defend the kid, the parent has to step in. If the parent hadn't stepped in and the child killed themselves due to bullying, what would we be saying about the parent then? I usually would say you should never bully kids because it's bullying right back. But I did some research and we looked this up, and the mother tried every angle. She went to the parents, she went to the principal, she went to the school. Somebody was suspended. Then it got worse. There was sexual harassment. I 100% understand this parent. I 100% get it.
Betty from Facebook says, I've been pushed to my limits like this before, but I directly contacted the parents of the kids who were bullying my child, and I spoke to them as adults. Going after the kids won't do anything. Betty, I think in your right mind, that's the perfect answer. That would be my answer in the right mind. Unfortunately, my emotions get the best of me. It had been a problem my whole life and still continues to be. I understand where this parent is coming from. Although she's 100% wrong, I understand where she's coming from. My kid was not even 1-year-old Lawson, and he was like trying to climb up on his horse in daycare, and a 2-year-old like pushed him down. I'm like, who's parent? What's the parent? This kid's a bully. My first instinct was to push the 2-year-old down, kind of jokingly.
That's honest.
Yeah,
That's
but
honest.
I'm like, my emotions get the best of me, so I see where this parent is coming from, but all the times I erupted or lost my cool, it was never the right answer, and violence is never the right answer.
Especially if you had gone to the school and the parents and nothing had been done. I think that.
Sam, but it's never, the same thing?
It's never the right answer. It's wrong.
Sam's got a young girl that
I tend to agree with Jeff. I know that this isn't the right way to handle it, but considering that this mother had already tried everything else in front of her and she felt like this was her last resort to save her daughter because her daughter said she wanted to kill herself.
Right.
I don't know what the right way to handle these situations.
You're a mama hawk. I mean, after a while, like, you're not going to be pushing Sophie around. I know that for an absolute fact.
Yeah, I just don't know the right way to handle this. I think the mom did the best she could. I applaud her because I think she felt like she was pushed against a wall. And we have failed our schools when it comes to bullying. There are some schools that remarkably have figured it out. We've seen the stories in different districts where they don't have bullying, or at least it's not a problem. But in certain schools where there's not guidance counselors, because of what, Al? A lot of these bullies are being bullied at home.
Right.
So they come in, they act out at school. If you don't have a guidance counselor to talk to or notice those red flags, it's somehow going to manifest onto other children. And I think we just need to figure out better ways to help our infrastructure inside these schools so it doesn't turn into this mother being blamed.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy to me.
Amen.
Coming up on, but thank you for writing in. We love hearing from you. Coming up on DBL, friend of the show, Dr. Drew, has advice on how to proactively take care of your health. Don't miss my one-on-one interview, and the drama is real on Vanderpump Rules reunion. We chat all about it next in Reality Roundup.
Everyone feels so bad for him. Why do
Hey, DBL Nation, and welcome to the breaks. I got a little update on some Game of Thrones predictions for you. This is actually coming from sportsbetting.ag, big betting site, guys, and they have made some pretty bold predictions for what's going to happen at the end of the season and in the finale. Ruler of Westeros odds were removed from betting beginning Wednesday morning because the site took more than 50 overnight bets on Bran at 1-to-1 odds. So everybody has Bran stacked up as being on the Iron Throne. Write us in and let us know as I'm reading these guys, because I don't think so, but I think it's a very convincing theory. I think it could happen. We don't know, but I definitely don't think it's going to be a happy ending. My prediction is that there's not going to be an Iron Throne in the end, and everybody's going to be liberated. But again, that sounds just a little too Disney, and this is Game of Thrones, as we all know. Here's another one. The first character to perish in the final episode was also removed from betting because there were large amounts of bets placed on Daenerys Targaryen. Now, if you had seen the last episode, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen it, click mute now. But Daenerys burned down King's Landing, and most of the inhabitants, I was reading an article that said she could have burned up to 500,000 people. So that alone is causing a lot of tension in her camp, and people are betting that somebody's going to kill her. I think the same. But who knows? She could actually end up on the Iron Throne. Stu actually just predicted a couple breaks ago that she's going to end up staying. One more. Let me get one more. Jon Snow's odds to die in the series finale went from 2 to 5 down to 1 to 8. So people are not expecting him to perish. I don't know, though, DBL Nation. You'll have to let me know what you think. We'll see you next break.
Part of the show where we talk about the craziest moments in reality TV this week. It's time for Reality Roundup. First up on Vanderpump Rules, it's the much anticipated second part of a 3-part reunion with Andy Cohen, and it's a pressure cooker.
You know, this is going too far.
Who cares about that? He was calling my family hillbilly.
About that, so now I'm mad. Everyone feels so bad for him. Why do you feel bad for him?
I'm not going to sit here and listen to that on my family.
Yeah, listen, James is reaping what he sowed, because let me tell you, this kid has not been nice to, that's putting it lightly, this kid has been a complete jerk to a lot of the castmates. But I don't think that you should, they talked pretty poorly about his mom. I think family members off limits.
I agree. I think you never want to go there. I think a DBL reunion would be fun to see what would happen with Andy Cohen.
Oh!
Are you right?
You think real stuff would happen?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. Next up on the premiere of Southern Charm, rumors are running wild, leading up to a major confrontation at an elegant dinner party.
How are you?
Are you mad at me?
What's that?
Are you mad at me?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, she's as we.
Oh, boy. Hey, Whitney said it never happened.
Stop it.
Erica Cobb.
These shows, especially in this context, really kind of like, who hangs out with the same people that much other than us?
We do, yeah, I was gonna say we do. That's funny.
But we work together.
Yeah, that's true.
Are they really, really friends, all of them? They all were hanging out together, and then they decided to have a show.
And more than hanging out together, Erica.
Ooh, I think I know what you mean.
I think that's where it gets messy.
Yeah.
And finally, we have to talk about the 2-hour premiere of Hannah B's season of The Bachelorette, and things got pretty tense.
How dare you come here and think this is okay? How is that being
Hannah,
serious
honestly,
about
if you want to get this upset with me, it's totally fine. But I could also say that you just dated Colton for the last 2 months, 3 months. You were just madly in love with him.
Does he have a point, Tori?
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I think this, I don't get The Bachelorette. I gotta be honest, I don't get The Bachelorette, but I like that this one in particular is making boundaries. I think that's new, because usually it's just, to me, a little bit boring. But this one, she made some boundaries and she's sticking to it.
And she doesn't mince words.
No, she does not.
Erica, what?
I like her. She's cute.
Got it. Got it. We read between the lines, Erica.
I feel like I know what you meant.
Mm-hmm. And this has been another edition of Reality Roundup. Coming up on DBL, I want you to take a good look at this very weird meal. Seth Rogen's dad made it, no joke, and we're going to recreate it here on DBL. And up next, our Stephanie Jones shows us how to put together the perfect picnic for families or romance. Ooh, we'll be right back.
guys. It is Friday. Oh, I'm getting told to back up. Okay. Oh, I feel like as though we're doing a lot of man-hating today. We've had Tony Robbins. Everyone's hating on Tony Robbins. We've also had, I know him as Edward. Oh, what's his name? His real name.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I know him as Edward from
Edward Cullen.
Edward Cullen.
Oh, so dreamy.
You know what? I don't know why he's getting. I'm not gonna like everyone fancies.
Yeah.
Do you say fancies in America? Everyone fancies. You don't say fancies. Fancies means has the hots for. So everyone had the hots for Edward Cullen, Robert Pattinson. And I never really saw it, and I really appreciated his acting, but I never found him physically attractive. But anyway, not that that really matters, but what does matter is he's been revealed as the new Batman. Batman. Anyway, I actually think he looks like a Batman. I think he can pull it off, and I actually think that's a nice transition. Think about it. When you're a vampire, old school vampires were bats, weren't they? That, like, you know, they could fly and it was like a bat, and then now he's transformed from a vampire into Batman. I feel like that's a really good evolution, and he's had a bit of time out. He's not really been around so much, and I think this is a great way for him to come back. I don't know why everyone's hating on him. I actually think he's a really great actor, and I think he would play the part really well. Our very own cameraman, Pete, who is holding the camera right now, is shaking his head. He doesn't seem to approve, but can't please them all, can you? And also we've had loads of comments. Oh wait, I'm just going to read this one.
1 minute.
In fact, no, I'm not, because it was not what I thought it was. It was about Tony Robbins, and I thought it was actually about Edward Cullen, but it's not. But basically, we've had loads of comments on Tony Robbins as well. Obviously, we have to stress that all these things are alleged. At the moment, we don't have any hardcore facts. This is from a BuzzFeed article, and BuzzFeed generally tends to be a good source of information, but because we haven't got the hardcore evidence, we can't make an official, comment yet. But I've heard that he is a bit mean to work for, and, these ladies obviously seem very distressed, so I think we need to look into it. But is he a great motivational speaker? Yes, he is. Over and out.
Today's watch and win word is rest.
I was just dancing to that jazzy music. Welcome back to DBL. It is picnic season, and I've got some great ideas that are going to wow your friends and family in this DBL Decked Out presented by Sunsetter Awnings. You're going to be hungry. Hey DBL Nation, it is picnic season. I'm going to show you how to have the best picnic in the park for your friends and family, and also one for your partner too. Picnics can be an inexpensive and fun way to spend time with loved ones. First, for a family picnic, bring a picnic basket with waterproof insides to protect against spills. Place frozen water bottles inside the basket to keep food cool and keep everyone hydrated. By making everything snack style, it minimises the need for supplies as well as allowing more variety. So now my picnic is all set. I just need to make sure that I don't eat it all before my guests arrive. Picnics can also be a wonderful and inexpensive way to connect with your partner. For that, start with a cheese board. Try plastic stemware for a cider or champagne liquid dessert, but just remember to pack a corkscrew. And to set the mood, you'll want to bring along a wireless Bluetooth speaker. For all of your outdoor events, call Sunsetter Awnings at 1-800-507-3152. So this looks amazing. Now I just need someone to join me.
I love a good picnic.
Oh, so cute.
So good.
Gonna be honest, at 12 o'clock, usually I get picnics in a Prius with my husband.
That's so darling.
You have it in the car?
That's not a picnic.
That's not a picnic.
That's eating in your car.
That's going for a drive.
Here's what's coming up next.
The countdown is on to the Game of Thrones series finale, and you won't believe how many people want an entire do-over of the last season. Then, lovebirds turned jailbirds when a woman busts her man out of prison. You'll never guess how she pulled it off. And friend of the show, Dr. Drew, is back with vital information for women. What you can do right now to take control of your health when DBL comes back.
Hi, DBL Nation. Welcome back. And I actually want to talk to you about something that Jeff wasn't too happy about the story, but the death of Grumpy Cat is really affecting lots of people. I mean, if you grew up online with it, it's kind of like losing one of your own pets. If you saw it around a lot, I think everyone can relate to that loss. And what I personally loved about internet cats, before this I used to work at a local news station, so I met some celebrity cats. And what's great about them is that their owners are not only great to their pets, but they wanted to make sure that their celebrity helped other animals. And I know Grumpy Cat, she had worked for some shelters. I can't think of the exact names of them right now, but she helped homeless pets with like her appearances. And so did another internet cat named Little Bub. She's still around and she has millions of followers as well. And they were kind of like mixing popularity and height. So at that moment, I got to actually ask Little Bub, she crawled up onto my lap about 4 years ago, what she thought of Grumpy Cat. So I have an exclusive here that I want you to watch right now.
Little Bub, tell us what you think of Grumpy Cat. Little Bub, tell us what you think of
I
Grumpy.
don't speak cat that much, but I think it was saying, I think she's great, we're in this together. That's what I interpreted from it. But DBL Nation, let me know what you think of the loss of Grumpy Cat. It was heartbreaking for me. I'll see you next break. Bye.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
You are totally off base here.
Log on and join our live conversation.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I do agree with you.
DBL starts right now.
Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
Welcome to DBL. That was a clip from The Big Bang Theory. Everyone's talking about last night's finale. Fans are mourning the end of the sitcom after 12 seasons. It is the longest running ever. A warning, there are spoilers ahead. The 1-hour finale ended with Sheldon and Amy winning the Nobel Prize in Physics. Listen to Sheldon's acceptance speech.
Raj, Penny, Leonard, I apologize if I haven't been the friend you deserve. But I want you to know, in my way, I love you all.
Aw, now the cast is responding to the show's ending.
We had a lot of anxieties about how this was going to go. Us as actors, the writers, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on how to end this, and fans wanted to know what was going to happen, so it was tough, and I think that they did it brilliantly.
I was worried one of us was going to be killed off in the finale, so... Right. Being the Indian guy, I was really happy I made it.
I mean, it is bizarre. I mean, it's been on for 12 seasons, and to say goodbye to a show, let alone that you've, watched on a regular basis. But can you imagine? I mean, look how close we've become in just a couple of years.
Right.
Can you imagine how often are they going to see each other?
Right.
Yeah. Probably not often at all.
Definitely not as much as they have been. I think we're focusing on the end of the show, but we're not focusing on what this show did. I think a lot of times, like we talk about the will and gracification of America, where it got people used to seeing not only gay people on camera, but gay people in love, and that became normal, and we saw gay marriage pass 10 years later. I mean, I really think that this did more for people on the spectrum.
I was about to say that. The autism
is ever
community,
talking about in that last speech. It's like there was emotion there, but the inflection isn't there with the voice. When I did MTV Made, I worked with a kid that was on the spectrum for a month, and they just emote differently, and I think that showed people like, oh, that's what my neighbor's kid is like that.
Exactly.
He's cool. He's not weird.
Exactly.
I think it's a big deal, especially for adults. The younger kids are more used to it, but I think people our age age are just getting used to people on the spectrum.
Well said, Al.
Sorry
well
to steal
said.
No, I was like, it's like the Will and Grace for people on the spectrum. 100% agree with you.
I was going to say Will and Grace for people on the spectrum.
No,
I was too. Well said, though.
I hate you.
The countdown is on. The Game of Thrones finale is only 2 days away. Fans have been anxiously awaiting this day for years. Here's a sneak peek. But not all fans are happy with the final season. More than 800,000 people have signed a petition asking for an entire remake of season 8 with, quote, competent writers. Despite that, millions of people, of course, are going to watch. A survey finds nearly 11 million American workers could call in sick on Monday, suffering from a GOT hangover. That's still less than the day after the Super Bowl, with 17 million people called in sick. So, DBL Nation, we want to hear from you. Would you skip work the day after a big show's finale? Jeff, had you ever skipped the day after the Super Bowl? Because I know you love football.
I have.
You have?
Yeah, for sure. The Bears were in it one year and lost.
Oh, yeah.
It was a bad day.
I did not show up the next day. It was a sad, sad day. But this show is more like the Will and Grace of sleeping with your sister and killing people with dragons.
Right, exactly.
No,
that was good.
I love the show. I thought this season has been fantastic.
Why are people hating?
I think they want more. They want more. The build-up was too much. I wish they would have took the storyline and extended it maybe to 10 or 12 episodes.
That's, I think,
but other than that, were you going to say the same thing?
No. So it's like the Will and Grace. No, I was going to say, I think what people are upset about is George R.R. Martin hadn't written the books for this season yet. And it feels like the two creators created the series without thought to the character's arc for the 7th season. So, for instance, Khaleesi, or Daenerys, was a very moral leader and compassionate. And in one episode, she became this like villain, and people are a little confused as sort of the backstory of that. So I think I understand.
Would you be one of those people to sign the petition?
No, I think it's stupid, but I kind of get that the pacing on this felt like everything was rushed a bit. Right. I do get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what DBL Nation has to say. 56% of you say yes. You would skip work the day after a big show's finale. You're right there with Big Jeff. Right now.
I said no.
No, but you did with the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's different.
That's a real show. Yeah.
All right, let's get to this next story. It's going to surprise you. Right now, a woman is behind bars after she pretended to be a California sheriff's deputy to break her boyfriend out of jail. It worked. She successfully broke him out. The couple was later, though, arrested in Arkansas. The woman pleaded guilty Monday and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. As for her boyfriend, he pleaded guilty earlier this year and was sentenced to 1 year in prison. So both of them have rap sheets. I looked at their rap sheets. What's interesting is he not only was in jail for a minor of different offenses, drug offenses, things like that, but he also had to go face charges in Ventura, California for impersonating a police officer.
Whoa.
So he convinced her to kind of follow his own shtick, and she's the one now facing.
How come strippers don't get that?
What do you mean?
When they show up at your door, ma'am, there's been a noise complaint, and then they break out the radio. That's a classic male
Because they're not breaking
move.
you out of jail.
That's still like a impersonating.
No, it's like Halloween.
When you get a stripper, it's not necessary. Bachelorette parties, you've never seen a police
Of course
officer?
I have. I don't think
you're
they should
under
be
arrest for being
arrested.
too hot, and then
Yeah, and I don't think they should
24 karat magic comes on.
And I don't think they should be arrested for it.
Oh, good.
Anywho.
I think this was a really dumb idea on her part. He was in there for, like, it couldn't have been more than, she's now in there for about, she's going to be in there for 15 years.
Well said.
Oh, God. I hate you guys today.
Tori just literally repeated what Sam just read, but still didn't nail it.
It's the gentrification of breaking out of prison. That's what I was going to say.
It's the Will and Grace
Yes.
of prisons.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Good segment, guys. But this one for Nami.
You put us on that path.
I really took this car and jerked the wheel. So
Yeah. I'm really excited about this coming in hot. Are you guys craving some more music from rapper Lil Nas X, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, get excited because his new music video for Old Town Road is finally out. Brandon London has the story coming in hot. Brandon, dance too.
Yeah, Brandon.
Hey, I had a whole plan, Sam. Come on now. Now, this song has been the unofficial DBL song, and I need everyone right here because it's Friday to go with me. Here we go. I got my horses in the back, riding Cadillac. Something, need some Bengay on my back. Now, if you're wondering why I just did that, that's because Lil Nas X just dropped the video featuring Billy Ray Cyrus, and of course we had to play the real version. Check it out. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. That's right. You can catch the whole video on YouTube. And you also see a special guest appearance by none other than Chris Rock. And you're welcome, DBL Nation, because guess what? That song and these dance moves just got stuck in your head all weekend.
That was amazing.
That was.
I just feel like we just got a burst of energy. He got a whistle. Yeah, that was incredible.
Amazing job.
Do you feel energized?
I feel a lot better than that last segment.
Brandon.
He's like the Will and Grace of the company.
We needed you, Brandon. Thank you for that. Right now, the internet is getting heated over a big debate. Do you wash your legs in the shower?
Yes. What?
It all started with this tweet. You can see 80% of people say yes, they wash their legs in the shower. But what about the 20% who don't? So DBL Nation, weigh in. Head to dblvote.com. Let us know what you think.
Who's Connor Arpwell?
What do you mean?
That's how this story got picked up?
Yeah, it's just a tweet. And it went
a lucky
viral.
person. A lucky person.
I do wash my legs, but I've never.
Don't say but. What do you mean?
But I've never been like, hey, I think your leg stinks, bro. Like, they don't really stink.
You actually take a washcloth and scrub your legs?
Yes.
See, I'll be honest, because I use mitts, like exfoliating mitts.
Yeah,
and
I have those too.
I probably use the exfoliating mitts like maybe one every 5 showers.
Right.
And then all the other times when I'm washing my hair, I don't ever like scrub the legs unless I use the exfoliating mitts.
You don't?
No, I just let the water run off of them.
Is it because you're a swimmer and swimmers often do that weird shower off and on thing? Maybe you're used to that?
No, I just wait till I use the exfoliating mitt.
That was a reach story.
I was trying to help out.
Jeff, do you wash your legs?
Yeah, of course.
Like you take the soap and you
It's
go
half
like
your
this?
body.
I'm a loofah guy. I'm just going to put it out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a loofah guy. So I just
You know
put
how
it
much
in there.
bacteria is in a loofah?
No, you got to change it every couple months.
Okay, I use a loofah too. I was just saying.
Yeah, I think it's every couple of weeks though, but I change it like every.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I had this loofah.
Can you wash your loofah like in the washing machine?
I don't think so.
They're like
just get a new
89
loofah.
cents.
They're like $1. Anywho, go on.
No, that's it. I mean, I definitely wash my legs. How do you forget to wash your legs?
So you go and you do
Yes.
this? Oh, wow.
Why can't you believe that?
Maybe I do because I do shave my legs every time, so I do. Okay, I do. Tori, what about you?
I definitely do. And I have a little thing, a bench, and I put my foot up and I have a nice shower.
You have a fire today.
You have a bench in your bathtub?
That's amazing.
It is. It's
I
one of the
kneel
reasons
in
I
my
wanted-
shower. I'm so jealous.
I love it. The old owner put it in, and the second I saw it, I was like, I'll take it. She's like, you have to bid for it. I was like, okay.
And you scrub.
Yeah, I get those legs.
Okay.
Yeah, there's dirt on there too.
I
Plus
believe
you got
it.
yeah.
Final vote.
You're already down there.
Yep. Do you wash your legs in the shower, DBL Nation? 60% of you say yes. 40%.
Only 60%?
Because I think when you're washing everywhere, you just see all the soap kind of like, you know,
I need
like
to
when
get
you
my
wash
feet.
a car.
Do you brush only the top half of your mouth?
Well said, Jeff.
Yeah, what's going on with people?
I brush
really
this
weird.
part of my hair.
It's a lot of
But
dirt.
do you use exfoliating mitts?
Loofah.
They're not the same. I'm going to get you
But
some
don't
mitts.
those mitts get really dirty?
I'm going to get you some mitts. I think it's going to transform your
I'll
legs.
throw them away for you.
Coming up on DBL, Dr. Drew Pinsky chats with us about National Women's Health Week. And he tells us about an app that'll make it easier to take care of yourself. And this very bizarre dinner is going viral right now. Seth Rogen's father whipped it up. We're going to try it too. Uh-oh, that's coming up next.
You like to exfoliate.
I do like all this like stuff, so my wife gets like scrub, you know, like shower scrub. So sometimes I even do it on my calf, you know, like I'm getting a pedicure, but I'm not, but I just do it.
Yeah.
Like, it feels good. It feels good. So my wife gives me like all these products, and I use them. I like
A loofah exfoliates, I would say, on a level 2. A mitt, it's like when you go to a Korean day, when you go to a Korean day spa, and they're like
Now,
buffing
let me
everything.
ask you guys a weirder question. I think I know Tori's answer, but
cut
like,
off.
I was so adamant on making a point, he wasn't even listening.
we got the mitts.
I was just gonna say, if that's a level 2, a mitt is a level 7.
Okay.
Okay,
Now
go
we're
ahead.
done with your fake levels that don't have any.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, go out.
Do you guys wash?
Tori's
Do you
got
guys
mitts
wash
in
your
there.
body in the same order?
Yes.
I kind of do
I
too.
do.
And can I ask you another question?
Yeah, I
do you
do too.
face the shower or face away from the shower?
It depends where I'm going.
Think about stuff.
No,
It
no,
depends.
when you get in, what do you do?
Depends if it's hair wash day or not.
I get in and I push it to this side because I don't know how hot it is.
Yeah.
And then I check it out and then I get in.
But when you're in, I'm saying you're in and you're relaxing for the first couple minutes. Are you facing the shower head or are you away from the shower
It depends
head?
if it's hair wash day.
See, I only face
So I
away.
always take a shower, but if it's hair wash day, I'm fully like standing and I look
Do you
the
let the
opposite
water
way.
hit you in the face?
If it's not hair wash day, I don't even turn on the shower.
What?
No, I fully wash. I have a thing where I like to sit.
Oh, that's right. I remember
I sit in the
this.
shower.
Explain.
Yeah, I know people that sit.
I sit in the shower.
You squat? Like?
No,
Yes.
sit like
naked?
like
She said that. It's
You
really
just squat
weird.
naked and don't have the water running?
Dude,
I do have the water running, just not up there.
Because if you were just in the shower, like a gargoyle and like with no water, I would run like a cartoon through the water.
It's like no. The faucet. It's like a creek.
Jeff,
Like I'm in a creek.
Jeff, I know people that do that. It's really weird.
So she sits and she's like,
Stop. We're not doing this again. We're not. Okay, welcome back to DBL. We all know funny man Seth Rogen. He's known for comedies and being pretty raunchy, but now it's his dad who got people laughing because of this sandwich. Take a look. It starts with a rice cracker, then a little bit of cheese, a banana on top of that, with a veggie burger and some mustard garnish. Well, DBL Nation is weighing in. Leo from Twitter says, I'd eat this. I've had a frozen pizza with uncooked ramen noodles and cheddar cheese sprinkled on. We've got our own version of Seth Rogen's dad sandwich right here. Are we brave enough to eat it?
I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna try it, yeah. Here, I got
It looks
cut it in.
so.
Oh, you guys, you're gonna
The banana's a little
You're gonna do
weird
it like a pizza?
You got to get everything in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, I guess I'll do it too that way.
Oh, I didn't do it like that.
That's a close-up.
Oh.
Wow, that's actually not bad at all. That's good.
Is it?
Yeah, that's surprising.
That's not what I was expecting. That's good.
That actually complements one another quite well.
No, it doesn't.
No, the banana doesn't. I don't.
Yeah, it does.
I don't get the banana.
How are you guys eating that?
I love it, actually. This is delish. I feel like you're into it.
I am. I'm not even joking.
And
That's
I
not
thought this
bad.
would be disgusting.
I thought the banana and mustard, but it actually pair well together.
I think you're all
This is
on
super
acid.
good, guys.
That is disgusting. This is really gross.
Al, try a little.
No,
Will you
dude.
please try a little bit
Just
out?
the veggie burger alone looks like it's on 2 disgusting water skis. No. No, I
Al,
can't.
you
I don't
eat-
like bananas. I
Al,
don't like
you're
them
an
shaped like
octopus
that.
for lunch, and you're afraid to eat
I'm a
this?
fancy man, Sam.
He always says that. I'm a fancy.
I don't like.
I think
I don't
it's
like the
fantastic.
mustard. Oh God.
I think it's fantastic.
It's really not as bad as you think it is.
Dude, it's
Truly.
bad.
What's bad about it?
The mustard and the banana is bad.
It's
I think
that
that's
bad.
fair for Tori to say.
Yeah.
No, it's fair, but there's worse things I've eaten.
Would you serve it up at home?
No, I mean this is good for the bit, but
Yeah, you guys really committed to it. You
but I
started
would,
eating
I would
before
have
we
another
started.
bite for sure.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I like about it is I felt like I had multiple meals in one bite.
Good texture?
No, meaning like first I tasted the cheese and cracker, a little appetizer.
Right, and a amuse-bouche, if you will.
Then I had, I have no idea what that means. Then I had a burger, right? I had the burger with the mustard and its veggie, perfect for me, so I got my lunch.
But that's
Then it
banana.
ended with a little bit of banana, a little sweetness.
See, that's what gets me, the banana.
I got my whole meal in one bite. I like it.
Oh.
Are you in
kinda
that
like it
much of
too.
a hurry? You can just eat those separately and not hate yourself. That is really
I
disgusting.
thought it was gonna be gross. It's good. It's not gross, right?
No, it's not. Truly, it's not.
I didn't like it.
Wow, well that's good.
Tori, you tried.
It's a hard
you
pass
tried.
for me.
From.
Ugh.
At least we don't have to buy lunch today. That's good. All right, coming up on DBL, Dr. Drew Pinsky is back on the show with information about a health app that could revolutionize how you see the doctor. We'll be right back.
Al, Sam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Music, please.
All right.
We're gonna do a step, regular step.
So let's take a look. You can see here in Denver, this is a look from Interstate 25, and you can see, oh, they turned the camera on us, but look, you can see the trap, oh, there goes the camera again.
Cannot and will not ever understand this. How will you?
What do you want me to say?
Well-behaved women rarely make history, but they do make wine, she said. For DBL Nation, this one's for you.
first time a lot of us here in the studio are watching it. Wow, we've come such a long way. So I have a trending story for you guys. It's about this lunch lady from New Hampshire. She's been a cafeteria woman for 5 years. She loves it. She has said that she takes care of her family at home, and then she comes to school to take care of the kids. And it's a bit of a controversy. So she recently got fired from her job because she chose to serve a hot lunch to a student who didn't have a balance and couldn't pay for it. It's an $8 hot lunch, and she just told the student, hey, just make sure you pay your balance tomorrow. Here you go. So the normal protocol for a student who doesn't have the money to pay for their lunch that day is to get the cold lunch. I remember vaguely the difference between hot lunch and cold lunch, but anyway, a day later, the same day that the boy actually and his family ended up paying for the meal and his balance, she was fired by the food company that caters for the school. There was then another vote at the board for education, and they said that they were going to continue to use that service to feed their kids. So this woman who has been a lunch lady at the school for 5 years is out of her gig, and I feel really sad. I feel like maybe the article is missing a bit, and maybe there's some more investigation that needs to go on why this lunch lady was fired. I feel like on a first offense, this shouldn't be a reason why someone should get fired. But DBL Nation, write us in and let us know what you guys think of this story. Bye.
Welcome back to DBL. Getting to the doctor when you're sick isn't easy, but there is technology available that brings the doctor to you. Earlier, I sat down with a dear friend of our show, Dr. Drew Pinsky, to talk about the latest way to get on-demand house calls. He explains how an app is helping change the future of healthcare in today's DBL Spotlight. Dr. Drew, thank you so much for joining us here at DBL. We've missed you, and we're so excited to talk to you about your health app, Heal. So many people can benefit from it, including me. I'm raising my hand.
Well, Sam, as you know, I helped participate in the creation of Heal because I was getting all these calls from this woman named Sam Shocker and driving me crazy, and I figured she needed to have a service that would come to her so she could unload some of my responsibility a little bit. Hey, Casey, I'm Dr. Drew. I'm working with Heal. This is Yahira, our assistant. Heal is an app, heal.com, a website. You can get a physician 365 days a year, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at your work, Sam. They'll come to you at work or at home. The parents of the children that get the services from Heal are over the moon because often you don't want to sit around other sick kids or the pediatrician's office is closed. Heal will come. They do high-quality pediatric care. Anything you can do in an urgent care center, you can do with Heal. And it makes me furious that people go to urgent care and ERs when you go into that space. Any questions for me or anything? You are paying for all that equipment, all that real estate, all those personnel you pay for when all you want is a doctor to pay attention to you.
How can we access Heal right now?
It's all throughout California. It's in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia. Now it will be coming to other major cities throughout the country.
That said, it's National Women's Health Week. What are some things women should do proactively when it comes to their health?
Breast examinations, mammograms, appropriate screening of your reproductive organs, HPV vaccine. But another thing people don't think about is cardiac health. I mean, women get heart disease rather commonly. Mental health screening, that can be something to pay attention to very carefully. So there's a lot for women to be, there are a lot of unique needs for women.
I'm like writing things down, Dr. Drew. You know me. I appreciate you. We miss you. Come back to DBL. And thank you again. And I cannot wait for your Heal app. You're going to get a lot less text messages from me.
I maybe half as many. So, all right.
Bye, Drew.
See ya.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We'll be right back.
We're giving away a Daytime Emmy gift bag to one lucky member of DBL Nation. Send us a video of your best award acceptance speech to dailyblastlive.com/Emmys. Our favorite submission is taking home this show-stopping prize, worth more than $14,000. So what are you waiting for? Watch, play, and win.
promotion.
Hello. It's Friday. Guess what? It's me, Stephanie. Do you know what else you should know? Today's Fashion Fix Friday, which means you better tune in at approximately 5:40, 5:45 for all of 2.5 minutes where I will give you the coolest stories in the world of fashion. Who doesn't want to know that? I want to know that. You should know that. So that's Fashion Fix Friday in the Access Show, and it starts at 5:30 Denver time, and I'm on at approximately 5:40. Put it in your diary, set a reminder and a timer. I expect phones to be beeping off, and I expect you to be tuning in and commenting on my fashion stories. Okay, moving on to the topic that is of now. And the topic that is of now is our fifth host today. Our fifth host today is about a mum who had a daughter, I should say, and on the way into school the daughter was crying, very, very upset because she'd been getting bullied. I don't know how long for, but I guess a while, because she was very upset, to the point where she said to her mum, if I wasn't stronger I would be thinking about killing myself, committing suicide, which as a parent, I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how upsetting and stressful that must be. And so the mum went into the school and she spoke to some of the kids, and I think a few of them were actually boys. Now, what we need to remember in this situation, okay, as a parent, if another parent came into school and told off my child, I would be obviously very upset, and I feel as though I'm a parent, I should be able to discipline my own children in my own way, not have a stranger do it. But in this scenario, the mum had been into the school, the teachers had spoken to the kids, they were still bullying her. One of the children that was bullying had been not expelled, but told, I can't think what the right word is. They got told to leave the school for a few days. Suspended. Yeah, so they were kind of suspended for a few days, and they came back and they still were bullying her. Now, I understand that in this moment, if your child is seriously thinking of, losing their life and doing it to themselves, that must be absolutely petrifying. So I'm not mad at her for going and speaking to those children. I actually watched the video. I think she shouldn't have sworn at them, because I don't think that was the right thing to do, but her message was strong, saying, let me talk to your parents, don't pick on my door, so I think that's fair enough. And if the school aren't stepping up enough and protecting her child, she needs to do something. So we've had so many comments about this. Say Alex XOXOX on YouTube says she should pull her kid out of the school, and so is Robin Ashley saying that. I don't think it's fair for her child to be the one that leaves and has to readjust himself their whole life when she's not doing the one that's doing the bullying. I think the child that is bullying needs to be severely spoken to. The parents need to be spoken to, because sometimes when a child is a bully, it's because they're having a really hard time at home. Maybe someone's bullying them. So I think the school needs to investigate into this and speak to those children and find out more about what's going on, not just kick the bullied child out.
Today's watch and win word is rest.
Welcome back to DBL. May is for moms, and all month long we are celebrating mothers who are making a difference. Tina Martin single-handedly raised her son Trey, all the while facing a debilitating illness. After being offered over $1 million in scholarships to go to college, Trey credited his mother for his success. Tina was nominated by her Aunt Candy and Pastor Leslie. Tina, we appreciate you. We are sending you this gift bag.
Yes.
Full of goodies.
Yes,
Full of goodies from us here at DBL. I mean, there's tech stuff in there, there's face stuff, there's hair tools.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Yeah, and there's plenty in here. In fact, it just keeps going. It's like
Mary Poppins bag.
Exactly.
Well,
so congratulations, Tina, and well done.
I was going to say well done, Mom, and well done with your son. We just need more stories like this. Can't wait to see what this young man does.
I know. Way to go, Trey. Way to go, Mom.
Trey.
Congratulations. We'll see you on Monday, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Welcome back, DBL Nation. I'm Jure for the Slay here with your next episode of Beauty Blast. Today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a little skincare machine that's been changing my life. It's called the Foreo. This guy is the bomb for making sure that you're getting that extra clean skin and to lift up all of that day wear that you might be going through the day with. So, we actually got sent a couple of these to DBL, and I was a little apprehensive at first. I was kind of like, no one's gonna clean my skin better than myself. I use good cleansers, all of that jazz, you know? I even exfoliate maybe 2 to 3 times a week for sure. So when I got this, I had my doubts for sure. But over the last 2 weeks, I've been using this guy faithfully morning and night. And no, this is not an ad whatsoever at all. This has truly changed how my skin is looking and feeling, guys. So how it works is you press this little button here in the middle and it starts to vibrate. Well, a lot of people don't know, but this vibration isn't just a random vibration. This is actually moving in a wave pattern. When you're applying this to your skin, it's actually helping to lift any dirt, makeup, or pollution you might be going through the day out of your skin. This is removing any of that debris from your skin to make sure that you're going to get a clean and smooth finish of your skin. Now, the cool part about this guy is if you travel, you never have to charge it either. The charge is only once every 6 months, I believe, which is great because once again, you never have to charge it. Who wants to charge something when you don't have to? There we go, guys. So another cool option on here is that you do have a plus or minus sign. The plus sign is going to increase the speed of the vibration. The minus side is going to go ahead and decrease. So you kind of can get more of a gentle or deeper cleanse if you choose to. Now, I just took off my makeup with this guy and it did the job so even, so fast, and it's just within a minute and a half that you have to use. Now, my personal favorite way to use this guy is in the shower, and that's going to be for most skincare devices that are helping to cleanse your skin. You don't want to make a big mess around your
Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
You are totally off base here.
Log on and join our live conversation.
You think this hair just naturally stays like this?
DBL starts right now.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, May 17th. We're live, and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The final episode of Game of Thrones airs Sunday, but what's going to happen on Monday? You'll be surprised. Plus, our friend Dr. Drew Pinsky is back with advice that could save your life. He'll tell you how you can put the focus back on your health. And it's a day for mourning for Grumpy Cat fans, and there are millions of you out there. Very sad music playing. All of that in moments. But first, guys, we have a very special guest joining us in studio today. He's an actor, writer, comedian. I know him as Leon from my favorite show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. JB Smoove. Welcome to Daily Blast Live, buddy.
What's going on, Denver?
Wow.
We a mile high, baby. We a mile high. What's going on?
This is going to be the best show ever. I'm a huge fan. I'm super excited. But before we get started, DBL viewers, in Denver, JB is on tour and has shows this weekend here in Denver at the Improv Comedy Store. So if you want more of JB after today's show, here's your big chance. But JB, I got to start off.
I was about to say,
let's get it back. Come on. I was reading the prompt. I didn't get a chance to see JB's good-looking face over there.
Let's see it.
I can just look at it over here. That's all right. That's all right. JB, I have to ask, I'm a huge Curb Your Enthusiasm fan, man. Huge. What can we expect? Actually, we have a clip before we get started from the new season that you guys do. Season 10 of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like, check this out.
You're not in the scene. Get out.
I'm in now. I'm already here.
No, you're not here. Get
I'm
out.
in the Look, camera there.
What is he doing?
I'm in already here, bro.
Okay, get the out.
Stop for a second. Curb Your Enthusiasm, Season 10, up in this.
JB, what could you tell us about the upcoming season?
Oh, man, this is going to be an amazing season. This is 10. 10 is big. I'm going to tell you, when I first met Larry, I told Larry, I came in on season 6. I came into the show, my favorite show. Right before I got on Curb, I was working at SNL as a writer, and I was sitting there watching the show. I said, I would love to be on this show one day. My wife said, you're going to be on that show one day. I could see you and Larry together. And the universe just blessed me with the opportunity to come to LA for a buddy's memorial. For one day, I came to LA and I found out they had an audition for Curb. I had just fired my manager. I had just fired my agent. So I was just like a free bird. And I just got a new agent, and I had first time meeting these guys, and one agent came in and said, hey man, I got an audition. I said, what's it for? He said, Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I said, wow, that's incredible. And I go in there and meet Larry, and the rest is kind of Curb history.
Could you kind of go into it in detail? Because I've heard that story before, the persona you took on that when you went into that room with Larry the first time and cracked him up.
Well, you know, for me, it's always, as an actor, you know, I don't tell everybody to do this, but I always go into the room as a character. I never go in the room as JB and then meet everybody and then turn it on. I'd rather go into the room where you can see how he moves, his mannerisms, you know, his delivery, everything should come across when you walk into the room, and it throws them off a little bit. Yeah. It puts them on their heels. Now you control the room. You know what I mean? People get nervous when they go into auditions or a new job or whatever, but if you control that room, you're driving that car. And I walked up to Larry, and this is exactly what I said. Well, we're gonna improv, okay? I might slap you in the face. And I walked away, and Larry looked at the producers like, who is this guy? You know? Yeah. And that's what you want to do. You want to control the room. Yeah. And that's with anything.
I have.
Woman, you want to meet a new lady? Control the room.
I love that story.
So I kind of have firsthand experience with this. I mean, this was maybe 10 years ago. I was still a comic in New York, and I was auditioning for something for Comedy Central, and you were going in right before me, and just like listening to you talk about how you go into the show, you know, you can hear what's going on in the room.
Tell.
You were killing so hard in the room. I was in the waiting room, like. It was like, and like when you left out of another door, so I never saw you again, but you left out, and then I went in, and it was like a bomb went off. Like the people were like wiping tears, and people were like drinking and I was like, hey, I'm out. They were like, next. So yes, he's not lying. It's great until you have to go in after him. So.
I always believe you go in high. Yeah. You allow them to pull you back. If you're going low and they tell you to turn it up, you don't know how high to turn it up. Now you turn it up so high that you throw them off.
Right.
So it's better to go in high and everybody knows how to pull it back a little bit. Nobody knows how to, you go crazy.
Speaking of that, how much is scripted during that show, and who breaks the most? I gotta know that.
Oh, as you know, the show is improvised. We have an outline, you know, and we based the story on the outline that Larry wrote, but it is majority of the show, unless he needs something very specific to stitch together an episode, is totally improvised.
Wow. Who breaks more, you or Larry, or Jeff?
Larry breaks the most. Larry, it starts as a slow burn. He's just, this right here goes up a little bit, he's gonna go.
That's hilarious. Now, JB,
once that happens, I got him. And as a comedian, you know, that's our thing. When we see we got you on your heels, our instincts kick in. So although I see his lip doing this, my ultimate goal is to make a snot bubble come out his nose.
Yeah.
You know?
Finish the job.
I'm gonna finish the job.
Now, you've stayed busy. You're also in the newest Marvel Spider-Man movie coming out this summer. So tell us all about that.
This is me dealing with the universe and putting things out there and being patient and waiting around for my chance. I did a Audi commercial with Tom Holland less than a year earlier. And
he plays Spider-Man, right?
He plays Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And we did an Audi commercial, which is the car in the Homecoming movie. And now with Far From Home, it's also still the brand there. So I'm sitting in the audience watching the last Avengers movie, not Endgame, the one before that. I'm sitting there like, man, I would love to be in this Marvel universe one day.
Weird.
And I'm telling you, less than 2 months later, I got a phone call about being in the new Spider-Man movie. So, and I'm a comic book freak too, so I love comic books. I grew up on them, and Endgame was amazing, and I was so happy to be a part of the Spider-Man, the Marvel universe.
Wow.
I'm now part of the Marvel universe.
You manifest things just like our very own Erica Kyle.
Yeah.
I do believe that you put it out there. I kept saying morning radio. I did morning radio for years. I actually interviewed you once, and it was super exciting because I got to go to your show after and sit in the front row. And I was, the way that you move on the stage, like it put me, first of all, it was super hilarious. So if you get a chance to see him, go see him. But it's almost like you're you're not sitting comfortably in the seat because you don't know what's going to happen next. So it's this like really gleeful anticipation. So if you get a chance, seriously, go check them out. But I do believe it because I kept saying, if I were to do television, I just have a feeling it would be morning radio on TV. So when Daily Blast Live came, like 3 blocks away from my house, I really believe that now anything's possible, and I think you should go into motivational speaking.
I absolutely love it because I do a lot of work with the Boys and Girls Club of America. I'm actually in the Boys and Girls Club Hall of Fame. Wow. I went in like 3 years ago in New Orleans. Big ceremony, a bunch of other celebrities went in. But I've been doing work with them. I host all the galas. I just did a new PSA for them last month. And, this is, I think you involve yourself with things that interest you. You plant these seeds for people, for young people also, mainly. And we just try to watch them grow and watch them mature into the people they're going to be for the rest of their lives. And I think it's very important for myself, someone, and other celebrities who are in the limelight to show them that, it takes hard work. I've been doing this 30 years. Yeah. I'm 30 in, but I always love the challenge of reinventing myself and being, I told somebody one time, I told another big celebrity, I said, we reached this plateau as artists where we are gonna be that person for the rest of your life. Like they'll remember you as that look at that time of your life for the rest of your life. No matter how old you get after that, look at that famous painting of the diner with Elvis and James Dean and Marilyn Monroe. We're gonna remember them looking like that forever, And I think that's what we have to strive for as artists, whether you're a doctor, whether you want to strive for reaching this plateau where people remember your work, how hard you got there early, you stayed late, all those things people remember about you when you're not here anymore. So I always try to, instill that in kids that they don't have to always go the rapper route, they don't have to always go the athlete route. There's quality in what you love to do, and I think that's very important.
Beautiful. I love it. JB's going to stick around for the rest of the show, and we're going to get his take on a bunch of stories. Trust me, you guys don't want to miss it. The world is mourning the loss of Grumpy Cat, though, and so are we. Don't miss the very touching tribute. Stick around, JB. Then the lengths one woman went to bust her man out of jail. You won't believe how she successfully got him out. That's coming up next.
Stop.
From Curb.
Almost Christmas.
I'll
do an XL.
I'm gonna search for you guys.
Oh, my man.
All right, guys, so right now, we're getting gifts?
This is my new line. My new line right here. With the famous JB. This is kind of my thing. That's kind of my thing right
No,
there.
what does that mean to you?
That's JB.
Okay, I was just making sure everyone else knew. I was making sure they all knew. I got it. No, I'm not at all. Hi, JB.
Powder if you're sweating a little. Use it to dry your tears.
I'm diving into the fashion world, so you're gonna see JB boots, JB watches, JB glasses, JB suits.
Have you always been interested in fashion?
I love it. I love
Really?
it. I can wear a suit every day if I could wear one every day.
You're like what Al says. You're a fancy man.
Well, yeah, but you know what it is? Honestly, I feel like the men that were right above, like I really never saw my dad in jeans. My dad kind of wore slacks every day and definitely wore a blazer Monday through Friday. So I like that look. It's a classic kind of relaxed suit because every suit isn't a tux.
It isn't a tux.
Right.
It's just how it fits you.
Right.
And to get a suit, it's not just going in and buying a suit. If you buy off the rack, you take that suit to a tailor and you have it molded to you.
Right.
Like my pants right now are, tailored to my butt.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta tailor to your butt.
Tailor to your butt. That's the name of my
If my
stylist.
stuff ends up in Goodwill, only I can buy it back.
There you go. I don't think we got a problem. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Jamie, you talk about style. Who picks out your wardrobe for Curb? You're always dressed in a tank top, color.
We go to the most extreme with Leon because, it started the first season. I said I want to go totally extreme. Of course, the do-rag was just an accent, but everything else, I said, just mix and match some of the craziest looks. Because, one of my favorite was the kimono in the New York season. We was wearing,
Welcome back to DBL. We have a very special guest joining us in studio today. He's an actor, writer, and comedian, JB Smoove. There it is. He's got a new clothing line coming out. We're going to talk about a little bit more later and in a break. But we got some news to get to. We want your opinion on here, JB.
Yes, we do. We need you.
No.
Glamour is on full display, which
he's a fashion man.
at the Cannes Film Festival in the south of France, and we're rounding up some of the best looks from the red carpet so far this week. So, Tori, why don't you try to make this story exciting?
Thanks for that lead up. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Selena Gomez looks stunning in this white Louis Vuitton bustier and skirt. And look at that Bulgari diamond necklace. Am I right?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Actress Julianne Moore wore a metallic silver dress by Givenchy with a flowing pink overlay. But my favorite was Eva Longoria. She killed it in a sleeveless gold gown by Victoria Beckham on the Rocketman red carpet. Speaking of which, Rocketman star Taron Egerton and Elton John performed a duet at the world premiere of the film. We want to know what you think. Take a listen.
What'd you think about that, JB?
Ooh. You know what, man? Again, sometimes it's about your presence. You know, you turn it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes the turn down. You know how you go to a hotel, they turn down your sheets. Sometimes you turn down. Sometimes you turn up. But the thing about it, he accomplished it. He got up there. It say stepping on that stage, you halfway there. So I got to give him props for stepping up there.
That's good of you.
And the piano man's right there.
I know.
The piano man is right there. He's playing for you. You're singing with him.
Yeah.
You know? So that's when Elton John turned it up and he started singing with you, you pull your voice back a little bit.
You can tell Elton John was like, when do you want me to bail you out?
Oh, man. Let's get this last story in because people are going crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Some sad news for feline fans. Tartar Sauce, a.k.a. Grumpy Cat, died. She was 7 years old. Grumpy Cat was arguably the most famous cat on the planet. She passed away due to complications from a urinary tract infection, according to her owner. Grumpy Cat became famous as one of the internet's first viral memes. Grumpy has also had a huge following of celebrity fans. Look, there's J-Lo and many more. Have you ever met Grumpy Cat, JB?
I have not, but I am willing to start a petition right now to change the name tartar sauce on all the tartar sauce in every grocery store in America to Grumpy Cat sauce.
There we go. In honor of Grumpy Cat.
And just have that face.
Of course, why not? Right on the bottle, like you know, Grumpy Cat. Put some Grumpy Cat on my fish fillet sandwich.
But you know, people will be mad at some point in order, like, put some more Grumpy Cat on that.
I need some more Grumpy Cat on this. Let's start a petition.
I'm for it. Listen, I'm not for petitions. This is gonna be the first one I'm signing. JB Smoove. I need some more Grumpy Cat.
petition.
If he likes it, I like it.
He likes it.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Good idea.
It's
Hey, oh man, the movie Barbershop was absolutely amazing. It was the debut of One Stop, the guy who had the corner chair, the guy who can get you anything and everything, but also he was a very imposing figure in that barbershop. People hated on like Cedric's character, hated on One Stop because he felt like One Stop was changing the tone of the barbershop. Loved doing it. Great working with Ice Cube and. Really a fun movie. Man. The whole cast was so spectacular.
Do you think
Common and everybody else?
Do you think the barbershop movies then led up to what we're seeing now? Because I feel like the black barbershops have been a meeting place for black men for a long time. They're usually a place of respect. There's usually jazz playing. There's usually
It's like the delis for the Jews.
There's like a no cursing rule usually in there.
Yeah.
And now we see that manifest itself with LeBron James with his barbershop. We're just like inviting free conversation. And for whatever reason, the barbershop has always symbolized that rather than like a coffee shop or, you know, brunch. You know,
it always has. You know, we all grew up in the barbershop. You got advice from the barbershop. You got a great cut in the barbershop.
We're gonna just do the watch your legs
new mentors. You met anybody and everybody in the barbershop, and it was a safe place. It was very smart move on LeBron's.
That was.
DBL Nation, this could be you. This May, Daily Blast Live is giving away another Sandals Luxury Included vacation. Just watch DBL every day for the word of the day. Then go to dailyblastlive.com/sandals to enter. The winner will be announced May 22nd. The next Sandals vacation winner could be you.
Welcome back to DBL. Right now, the internet is getting heated over a big debate. Do you wash your legs in the shower or not? It all started with this tweet, and you can see 80% of people say yes, they wash their legs in the shower, but what about the 20% that don't? So DBL Nation, weigh in, head to dblvote.com. Let us know what you think. I'm a loofah guy, JB. I get it all.
I feel like you're a loofah guy.
I like to exfoliate my legs. Exfoliation is the #1 thing that's going to tear off that layer of dry skin. It's going to moisturize your skin, open your pores up. I actually get a nice hand towel, and I put exfoliation on the towel, and I buff my leg like I'm shining a shoe.
Really?
Yeah. You got to get it up there. Because we as black men, our legs get dry.
Yes, very ashy, and you get clowned for that.
You get clowned for it. Hey, they say two things. If you get into the accident, your mom always told you to have clean underwear on, and also my mom added on moisturize your legs.
Yeah. For black men, it's elbow, knees, and then this weird part of your finger right here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That right there. Yeah.
Gotta get it.
I had extremely dry legs.
Really?
I was to wear shorts, and people thought I had a cast on.
You better watch out in Denver. It gets really dry.
Yeah.
You gotta double up on the lotion.
You gotta stay moisturized. You gotta keep drinking water all the time.
Absolutely.
Where else are people washing their legs?
No, this is the thing, Erica. They believe the soap is running off enough with water that you're basically
But that soap has dirt in it.
No.
That you're running the dirt
They think
off.
the soap is good enough. It's not. I agree with you.
No, it's never good enough.
Right.
Don't you know, like, you can go like this and you'll get like dirt rolls.
Yeah.
Some of y'all got dirt rolls.
Take your finger and rub on your leg fast as you can. Now,
start a fire?
I know what you're talking about.
If your hand is dry and your leg is dry, you will start a fire. But you will see dirt start to called a residue. Residue will build up, and you'll see,
That's the big mama check, because everybody's big mama, when they would stand outside of the shower and act like they were taking a shower, big mama would come in and she would do the residue check.
Do the residue test.
Wow. And she said, "This is a residont."
Yeah. You rub that?
I like it.
JB, how do you like the residue?
I like residue.
Thank you.
He's gonna ride that for next week.
Yes. It's definitely going on Instagram at the break.
Yes,
at the
it
break.
is.
Let's check out DBL Nation right here. 62%? What's up with the other 38%?
Wow. A lot of you. What about your feet? Aren't they stinky? Wash your feet.
But you brush your teeth and only do the top part?
Yeah, that's still.
If you're gonna get in the tub, get it all.
Hit the back teeth. You gotta hit the back. All that.
Hygiene, JB Smoove. I love it. We'll be right back, guys.
Okay. All right, hey DBL Nation. So last hour I actually did a Game of Thrones break, and I talked a little bit about some of the odds changing. Oh my God, JB Smoove is here today. I'm definitely gonna get a photo with him after the show. I have to. But anyway, picking up where I left off last time. Now I said Jon Snow's odds to die in the series went from 2 to 5 down to 1 to 8. People are not expecting him to perish. And then same about Tyrion Lannister. His odds to die in the series finale went from 1 to 1 to 3 to 1, and they're not expecting him to perish either. Grey Worm, however, was initially favored to survive, but his odds to die have flipped, going from 1 to 2 to 2 to 1 to perish. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just curious to know who's going to be on this Iron Throne at the end, if there is going to even be one. I'm kind of hoping that a liberation happens. I'm hoping Jon Snow gets the throne, decides to liberate all the 7 kingdoms and say, give these lands back to this family, these lands back to this family. Would love that. Sounds a little bit too Disney Channel. Same with Jon being on the throne, period. It just sounds a little too good to be true. And as we've heard before, Game of Thrones, things that are too good to be true typically don't happen. So I'm trying to really scratch my head and figure out what is something that is nobody expected to happen that will happen. And my biggest theory, DBL Nation, you can weigh in. Let me know if you think I'm a little bit legit here, because this is my biggest theory. I think the Starks orchestrated all of this, and I think Sansa and Bran worked together for this entire outcome to happen. I believe Daenerys Targaryen is going to end up dead, and Jon Snow probably will either liberate the Iron Kingdom or give it to his family. And that is my prediction, that the Starks orchestrated all this to happen so that they can ascend to the throne and be the true rulers of the 7 kingdoms. Now, feel free to weigh in, but that's my biggest guess, because I don't see Dany staying on the throne. Seems too good to be true. I don't see Jon Snow being on the throne. Seems too good to be true. And that goes along with the Bran theory that a lot of people are talking about right now, that he could be on the Iron Throne, and I fully support that. But DBL Nation, write us in and let us know what you think about Game of Thrones, your predictions. We'll see you next break. And clear.
Rest.
I was just dancing to that jazzy music. Welcome back to DBL. It is picnic season, and I've got some great ideas that are going to wow your friends and family in this DBL Decked Out presented by Sunsetter Awnings. You're going to be hungry. Hey DBL Nation, it is picnic season. I'm going to show you how to have the best picnic in the park for your friends and family, and also one for your partner too. Picnics can be an inexpensive and fun way to spend time with loved ones. First, for a family picnic, bring a picnic basket with waterproof insides to protect against spills. Place frozen water bottles inside the basket to keep food cool and keep everyone hydrated. By making everything snack style, it minimises the need for supplies as well as allowing more variety. So now my picnic is all set. I just need to make sure that I don't eat it all before my guests arrive. Picnics can also be a wonderful and inexpensive way to connect with your partner. For that, start with a cheese board. Try plastic stemware for a cider or champagne liquid dessert, but just remember to pack a corkscrew. And to set the mood, you'll want to bring along a wireless Bluetooth speaker. For all of your outdoor events, call Sunsetter Awnings at 1-800-507-3152. So this looks amazing. Now I just need someone to join me.
How cute is that? I just wish someone was with her on that picnic.
It's a little sad. She's
just
at a picnic by herself.
I know, but it looked cute, it looked darling, and we can feel in Denver the summer is here.
Yeah, why are you doing your fingers like that?
I thought that'd be cool.
Do you have money? Johnny Manziel?
Summer and money are here.
Here we go. All right, Tori, now we got to go. But JB, are you going to still stick around after that?
Yeah, why not?
He's going to stick around here. You can watch us live on Facebook and YouTube, guys. Here's what's coming up next on Daily Blast Live.
The countdown is on to the Game of Thrones series finale, and you won't believe how many people want an entire do-over of the last season. Then, lovebirds turned jailbirds when a woman busts her man out of prison. You'll never guess how she pulled it off. And friend of the show, Dr. Drew, is back with vital information for women. What you can do right now to take control of your health when DBL comes back.
Hi DBL Nation, I hope you enjoyed the picnic, and I'm back here with Leo, and we're going to talk about what everyone's going to be talking about this weekend, so just give it 3 more days, and probably like a month after that, because people will still be talking about the ending of Game of Thrones.
Absolutely. I mean, as soon as it comes out, that next Monday, woo, you know the talk of the town is about to be that finale.
So there was a fun game my friends and I were playing yesterday on Facebook. It was predict the ending, using the ending of a really famous TV series or movie.
Oh, wow.
So I had
think of
one,
that one.
like, you slowly pan out, and it's just Westeros in a snow globe. And that was actually from, like St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh,
no.
Ooh.
Bran wakes up and it was all a dream, and it was like the Tin Man and kind of like the characters. Like Jon Snow is actually
Right.
like the farmer who like came in and was kind of a rounder.
Now, see, if this was all a dream, I think I would be more screaming mad than anything else that could possibly happen. Oh my goodness. Trying to think of an ending, like a more of a. I'm thinking more of like a cliffhanger-ish ending.
People didn't like that when they did it with The Sopranos. I remember that.
Yeah.
Was
Dude, you know what? That's a good one. Imagine if Dany, Jon, Bran, and Sansa sit down and talk, and it just cuts to black.
And that's it. I mean,
How much would that piss
always
us all
been
off?
controversial. I can't even think of a series that had a satisfying ending. DBL Nation, can you name one?
Yeah, let us know, DBL Nation.
I can't even think of one where fans were happy. So
I mean, I was very happy with Breaking Bad, and I was very happy with Sons of Anarchy. A lot of people weren't happy with that one, but hugely happy.
all right.
All right, see you guys next break. Clear.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
You are totally off base here.
Log on and join our live conversation.
You think this hair just naturally stays like this?
DBL starts right now.
Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a big bang.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. That was a clip from The Big Bang Theory. Everyone was talking about last night's finale, but before we get to that, we want to introduce our very special guest. He's an actor, writer, and comedian. I know him as Leon from my favorite show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Please welcome JB Smoove to Daily Blast Live. Yeah, buddy. So we get some of our viewers, JB, coming in at the half hour, but some of us are with us for the full hour, so they've been laughing at you.
I love it. Hey, I love it.
I love it. Well, we love that you're
Great
here.
time. Hey, if I ever get out of comedy, I'm gonna move to Denver and be a part of this cool cast right here with amazing people on the blast.
There it is.
Well, that's going on the highlight reel. All right. Let's get to the next story. Big Bang Theory fans are mourning the end of the sitcom after 12 seasons. It's the longest running ever. A warning, there are spoilers ahead. The 1-hour finale ended with Sheldon and Amy winning the Nobel Prize in Physics. Wow. Let's take a listen to Sheldon's speech.
Raj, Penny, Leonard, I apologize if I haven't been the friend you deserve. But I want you to know, in my way, I love you all.
And now the cast is responding to the show's ending. Let's listen.
We had a lot of anxieties about how this was going to go. Us as actors, the writers, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on how to end this, and fans wanted to know what was going to happen, so it was tough, and I think that they did it brilliantly.
I was worried one of us was going to be killed off in the finale, so... Right. Being the Indian guy, I was really happy I made it.
Now, JB, speaking of ending a show, Curb's in its 10th season, I heard somewhere that it was you that pushed Larry to go those last 2 seasons to get to 10.
I pushed Larry from the very beginning. Season 6, I told Larry to think. He was saying he didn't know when he was going to end this. I said, look, man, just think of a number that this show's going to look great as a box set. You got to think of a number. Whatever the number that is, it has to look good on the shelf.
What?
So the last 2 seasons, but I told Larry, I said, look, Larry, if you don't come back, you got to spin Leon off.
Yeah.
So I did tell him that. That might have motivated him, because he would just laugh. Every time I said that, he was going, just laugh. But I did, I was a big part of it. I was kind of the spoiler, because I would say stuff before it was happening. So I did spill the beans a few times, and I can't deny I did spill the beans. So I did twist his arm a little bit. So everybody out there can thank me for twisting Larry's arm.
Yeah, and especially me.
Forcing this guy to think about coming back. And I think it's important for, the show to come back, but it's also important for the show to come back in the right capacity. Because, from what I heard Larry thinks of 5 episodes, and then he can see 10 episodes. So it works out. It works out. Yeah.
I think it's such a big deal for a show like that, because you have diehard fans like my man Jeff here. You and Larry have the right idea, and like making sure you don't do 2 seasons where everybody's like, oh, what was that?
Right.
And we've all had shows that we loved, and they just went 1 season too long, and you could tell they were stretching for storylines. So I think that's cool. Like, you guys are gonna end the show like you started it. Real dope.
Well, the good thing is Larry's very good at picking up these little nuances that we do as humans, and he picks that up. And people say it's cringeworthy, because some folks can't deal with it because they feel like, oh, I just dealt with that today. You know what I mean? A pickpocket or whatever it is, Right. And I think he's very good at that, at attaching the show to every little
That's why you love it.
thing.
That's why I love it.
He finds these little things about people that drives people each other crazy, and he's able to put it in the show, and it becomes an episode, And I think that's very important. And I think as we grow, as people grow, as new things arise, it's a show that I don't think could ever end. It's like one of those shows.
Yeah, it's like Seinfeld.
I told Larry to clone himself. Just clone yourself.
So
you know Walt Disney, man, just save yourself, and you can always do this show forever.
So if he does that, is there going to be a season 11?
If he does that, I'm gonna tell you, from being on the show and the special guests and all the cool stuff that we do, I think the show could go. But Larry did tell me that, he didn't think he could do. He told me he didn't think he could do 10.
Wow.
Because he felt like he was getting older, and he didn't think he could do 10. Now we're in 10. What you gonna do now, Larry? What you gonna do now, Larry?
Yeah, Larry. Come on. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment.
I have a question I want to ask you really quickly. Jeff and I, we interviewed DMC from Run DMC maybe about a year ago. I do work and I do a podcast with my buddy Frank Caliendo. Both of them are diehard. I think DMC has his own comic book, and you mentioned comic books. Like, what do you think that is with artists? Do you think that as a young kid that kind of sparked your creativity that was going to one day be JB Smoove?
I think we all love being heroes.
Yeah.
Saving something. Saving somebody, I think it's fantasy, and it's things that you grow up as a kid that inspire you to do something great. And I think that's what heroes are. That's why this phenomenon that is the Marvel Universe is huge. It can't be stopped right now. I mean, they're already putting out numbers that they're anticipating the new Spider-Man is going to be at based on Endgame, based on, and you talk about they have like, I think a slate of 10 movies coming out.
Yeah.
You're talking about, the new X-Men's coming out with Dark Phoenix, and everybody has a movie coming out. It's going to be amazing. Yep, she has one coming out. So it's not going to end because people love to sit there, and I get chills when I'm watching those movies because, we all want to save the day one day,
Well, you did for the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, I did for this movie. And if you think that I wasn't on that set of Spider-Man, hoping they would let me get bit by a radioactive roach or something.
Roach Man.
There we go. You want some Spider-Man. Are you a Game of Thrones fan, JB?
I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I never watched Game of Thrones until last week.
Okay.
So all my friends watch Game of Thrones. They love it. I'm very, and believe me, I'm very medieval in my thoughts, in my movements sometimes. But I never watched Game of Thrones, and I just started watching.
Did you like it?
4 episodes in.
You're gonna love it.
I watched it once for a charity event. They actually auctioned off a DVD of Tracy Morgan and myself watching the first episode of Game of Thrones on his couch. And we had the ability to pause, fast forward, rewind. It took us 3 hours to watch. We were in stitches, and people paid great money and donated to this amazing charity. I haven't seen it yet, but I was there on the couch. And
but you tried.
We had snacks and everything. We watched the whole that one episode, and I gotta get a copy of that. But it's really good. It was for a worthy cause. But we Tracy and I never watched the show. It was fun sitting there watching. It was like a year ago.
Well, then you know what? I was going to go into a Game of Thrones story. I'm not going to do it. No. How about that?
Well, maybe that'll get our own Erica Cobb. She refuses to watch an episode.
I refuse
JB,
to watch.
put some pressure on her. For JB, I'm putting you on live TV. Are you going to watch an episode for JB? Or are you going to, he's a guest.
He hasn't asked me, Al.
All right,
You're just sitting here bullying me. That's the reason why I won't watch. Because generally when everybody says, oh, you have to do this, Erica, then you bet your butt it's not going to happen.
It's true. I actually like it. I'm getting caught up in it now.
Ooh. There you go.
Where I gotta get in at least 1 to 2 episodes a day.
I will. One condition.
I'm binge watching.
We sit on a couch and watch it for an hour.
How about that?
Ooh, all right.
With the ability to rewind and fast forward. Pause.
All right, guys. Are you guys craving some more music from rapper Lil Nas X?
Of course.
All right. Well, get excited because his new music video, For Old Town Road, is finally out. And Brandon London has the story coming in hot.
That's right, Jeff. Now, this song has become the unofficial theme song of DBL. So let me get started. I got my horses in the back, ride Cadillac. Hey, yeah. No, let me stop. But Lil Nas X just dropped the video, and it features Billy Ray Cyrus. And of course, we had to play it for you. Check it out. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Now, you can watch the entire video on YouTube, and you'll see a lot of celebrity guest appearances, including Chris Rock. JB, I don't know why they didn't ask you to be on that, my man.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Sorry, DBL Nation, but the song is gonna get stuck in your head for the rest of the day.
Much respect to him. I have over 40 pairs of cowboy boots.
Whoa.
I've been rocking the cowboy gear for years.
Whoa.
Happy to know that I inspired that young man.
There you go. We'll be back with more JB Smoove. Don't go away, everybody.
Do you rock
Best.
Didn't know this about JB, but he has a cowboy, an eye for the cowboy fashion. Do you own boots? Do you own bolos?
I don't own bolos.
But you have Spurs, you said.
I have plenty of cowboy boots, at least 40 pairs of cowboy boots. Every color you can think of. You know, I wear cowboy boots in the summer. I wear them in the winter. I mean, I got suede. I got it all.
Do you have like alligator?
I don't have any alligator. I like the smooth, more smooth leather.
Let me ask you this: are you a 10-gallon hat guy?
My head does not fit a hat like that.
Yeah.
But I do wear a cowboy-inspired hat, but not necessarily the full cowboy hat.
Yeah.
But
Are you a hat guy?
Not really. No.
I had to rock the buckles and everything.
Really?
Bodacious was my favorite one. I got a Bodacious one, which is one of the most notorious bulls ever in the rodeo world.
Country radio, so I have quite a bit of
the bodacious apparel
gear. Years.
Wow.
I brought 2 pairs to this weekend.
You should wear it out in for Denver. There are a lot of cowboys out here.
Now they're sneakerheads. Now, did you go that direction too, or just cowboy boots?
I'm not a sneakerhead at all. I got sneakers that I have never worn. You know, like special edition ones.
I can't smell this either. It's disgusting.
Special edition ones they send me. I just got a pair of Mason Jr. sent me a pair dedicated to his father, Anthony Mason. They are fabulous. I just hosted.
Where was Mace from?
From New York.
Yeah.
So I just got a new pair. I just hosted the New York Jets event where they gave me a pair of New York Jets turf sneakers.
Yeah.
And these bad boys, it's only 8 of them.
That's amazing.
I got one of them.
No.
And I was hanging out with Joe Namath and the whole, Jet.
Are you a Jets, Giants?
I'm a Jet and a Saint.
Okay.
A lot of people ask me why I got two teams.
Because New Orleans.
Because I'm a Southern guy, and I've been in New York since I was 5.
Welcome back to DBL. We all know funny man Seth Rogen. He's known for comedies and being pretty raunchy, but now it's his dad who's got people laughing because of this sandwich. Take a look. It starts with a rice cracker, then a little cheese, a banana on top of that, and with a veggie burger and some mustard to garnish. DBL Nation is weighing in. Leo from Twitter says, I'd eat that. I've had a frozen pizza with uncooked ramen noodles and cheddar cheese sprinkled on it. Sounds like college.
Yep.
And we've got our own version of Seth Rogen's dad sandwich right here. So, JB, are you looking to try that?
No. But I would tell Seth Rogen's dad that there are plenty of things over the counter that are great.
Yeah.
Your system.
You don't have to do this.
Are you going to try
do
some of
this?
Yeah, I will.
You don't gotta do this.
All right, I'm going to try a bite of it, JB, for you.
Erica, your face is how I feel.
Well, thank God you guys don't have smell-o-vision at home
It
because
smells
it
so
is
bad, you guys.
so stink.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
All right, now what you guys did, let me ask JB, do you have any kind of weird thing where like anybody around you is like, how do you eat that?
I don't have any. I have none. Believe me, I have none.
My dad, God rest his soul, he used to eat oranges and Ritz crackers. He would put oranges on Ritz crackers and have tuna fish and eat the whole thing like an hors d'oeuvre. That was what he wanted.
Juice?
Wait,
it was like he'd peel an orange, put the orange on there, put it on top of a Ritz cracker, take some tuna out the can, scoop it, and eat that. Yes, that was.
Wow.
My mom does
That's
this.
fancy, like a fancy salad.
I guess.
You have mustard on your nose.
Help me.
Okay. Do you guys have? My mom always had eggs with jelly, like scrambled. Is that gross?
I've seen
You
people.
can
I've
do
seen people.
poached eggs.
I don't like that.
And then put jelly
We do
on
it scrambled eggs.
I've seen people take eggs, cheese eggs with grits with jelly and mix it together.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I've
fine.
seen that.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Okay.
You ever put ketchup on your macaroni and cheese?
No.
I used to do that when I was a kid. I loved it.
You getting because it's boxed.
What do you mean? Yeah.
What a big mom made.
Ketchup on there.
Cheese.
Dude, it was
That's
good,
not-
man.
You attacked it. You attacked Kraft.
Don't you know the weird thing?
Macaroni and cheese that I eat, I would never desecrate it with.
Oh, you're talking about like Garden Grace macaroni and cheese.
No, I'm talking about Big Mama's macaroni and cheese.
I got one. I got one.
Okay,
I got
here,
one.
what is it?
Now, this is not to me. It's not disgusting, but it is a quiet taste. You do the Sara Lee pound cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you with Jello. You have Jello and that in the same bowl.
I can see that.
I
That is
can't.
weird. No, I can't.
It's very delicious.
Really?
Oh man.
What kind of Jello?
whipped cream.
The red kind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know why. It tastes great.
I don't like peanuts in my Chinese food. How about that?
Okay.
I dig that. I'm with that.
No
What Thai
peanuts.
food?
I would say I'm allergic, but I just don't want them in there.
Is it a texture?
No, because I could eat the peanuts after or before, but when I'm eating food, I don't want peanut butter in my mouth.
It's not peanut butter.
It is when I chew it.
Oh my God.
Right?
We're off the rails.
What?
Now I do have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every night.
Do you really?
And if I run out of bread, I do put it on saltine crackers.
That sounds
little
good.
hors d'oeuvres. That's all. I just love peanut butter and jelly. I'm a fanatic. No, every night.
Does it remind you of like being a kid? I feel like we all like food that like
I'm
takes you
locked
back.
in. I just love it.
Yeah.
After I eat a full meal, my wife will say, okay, I know you're gonna go in the kitchen and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich after you just had an amazing meal. I'll come from a nice restaurant and come straight home, get in the kitchen and spread that peanut butter on it.
Last question with your PBJ, do you toast your bread or is it just regular?
Sometimes I love toasting my bread.
Because I love the peanut butter a little bit.
I love it's like messy. You bite the front, it comes out the back. I love it. I went too hard, right?
All right, guys. JB Smoove is sticking around for one more segment. But first on DBL, Dr. Drew Pinsky is back on the show with information about a health app that could revolutionize how you see the doctor. We'll be right back.
It's only
All right, I want to let everyone know a longtime viewer, Sierra. She's been watching us since season 1. Has just graduated, so we want to give a big shout out to Sierra.
Good shout. Good work, girl.
Stay in school. Congratulations. Everyone's saying that the energy in this room is incredible. Without you here, the 2 o'clock show does sort of
It goes
way off the track. So thanks for being here.
JB, you do a lot of voiceover.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about some of the characters that you like, portraying the most.
Oh my gosh.
I really loved you on Black Dynamite.
Oh yes, that Frog Curtis.
Yes.
Of course, I was in the Smurfs movie. I've been in American Dad, The Simpsons.
Oh man.
I play a character right now in Harley Quinn, the new Harley Quinn series. I play Frank the Plant. It's an adult. It's an adult cartoon. I played Bebop in the Ninja Turtles. I am Bebop, aka Rocksteady.
Oh yeah.
Right. So Anton Zek was my original name. Then I went to Bebop. Rocksteady's my co-partner. What else?
How was it being on The Simpsons? That must have been incredible.
I got a chance to do so many. It was a small little thing, but I got a chance to do so many great characters in animation, and I was supposed to be in Life of Pets 2, but they changed my
buddy
character.
Hannibal's in that.
My character got changed, so they took my character out. But they still paid me, so I was happy.
Yes!
I really wanted to be in that one too, because I love to embrace the characters that I love. I like to go big and have fun with those characters.
When you do voice, do you do when you're in the booth? Are you JB like you're
I'm
all
the full,
I'm
full JB.
You go all
Robot Chicken. I did Robot Chicken. Matter of fact, when I wrote my rhyme for The Real Husband of Hollywood, I mentioned Robot Chicken.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, yo, son, you want to see me? Rock a smartphone and IMDb me. Last year alone, that's how I do. Me and Matt Damon, we bought a zoo. Don't question me. I act like you heard. Had enthusiasm long before Curb. Cartoon voices I bring to life. Robot Chicken, Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
A show called The League and another called Bent. It's not my resume, it's only a dent. And then that was my big
That was amazing.
I said, so I better get paid in season 3 or there's no JB on BET. Oh, come on, now get me started. Album coming out this summer, y'all. JB Smoove.
I feel like you might be missing your calling.
The dreaded
I'm old school.
How was it working with all those comedians in Husbands of Hollywood?
Oh man, we had the most amazing. We were like the Avengers. I felt, because I felt like they came and asked each one of us to be a part of something, and it was amazing. Amazing writers, amazing producers, amazing. It was an amazing time for a group of guys to get together like that, and it was a barrel of laughs, man, because we had so many personalities. You gotta remember, we got Kevin, Nelly, Boris, myself, Dwayne, Nick Cannon. I mean, it's just like an amazing group of guys. We had a ball doing it, and I told those guys, I know Kevin's too busy to do another season, but I said, why don't you just wrap it all up? I told him like 2 years ago, wrap it all up with a movie, which would have been great. I could still put that out to the universe. You guys should do a Real Husband of Hollywood movie. It would have been great.
It will.
Or spend myself and my wife off of the show and call it Get a Room or something like that. I don't know. But
how long you been married?
Oh, this year we're 13 years married.
Congratulations.
We got married 7/7/07. Another good thing is those numbers. We're big on numbers. So we got married 7/7/07. My wife is also in entertainment. She's a singer. Shotclectic is the album. Shot XO is her name.
And how do you spell that really quickly?
Shotclectic. Shot XO. SHAHXO. Shot XO. Shotclectic is the album. It's on Spotify. It's on every platform.
Now tell us everything. How'd y'all meet?
Oh, we actually, my real name is Jerry, and we met in a restaurant called Jerry's in LA.
Yeah, Jerry's Deli.
Yeah, me just being a gentleman. She was standing on a long line waiting to get in, and I saw a table open. I just saw her and her friends. I said, I know the owner, so I said, get those ladies a seat. Don't have those ladies standing there, waiting for a seat with all these men sitting down. So we got a seat next to us, and we just started talking and. Being a gentleman, put it out to the universe. I turned it up. And and it became love. That's how you do it. Yes, indeed.
That's what everybody's looking for.
That's what everybody got to find,
all the
man.
success in the world, but you need that partner, man. It sounds like you got it.
Yeah, man. 13 years together. Well, 13 years married, 17 together.
Oh, wow.
Met in L.A.
And what was your word?
Less than a year, moved to New York when I started working for SNL. 2004, 5, and 6 at SNL as a writer. We lived together in New York. Came back to LA in early 07, bought a house, got married in the backyard.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
The old school.
Yeah, all the good stuff, man. So,
I'm sure your backyard is nicer than most.
I don't want to run out of time. We got a little love cottage, man.
Yeah.
You know, we hear what I'm saying? We bought a new house a few years ago, and we gutted the whole property, and we can't wait to move in. And it's gonna be something really cool.
Congratulations, man.
And we built the house how we wanted it.
Are we going straight to it?
So that's the only way to get it. You gotta gut everything. We gutted the pool, gutted the yard, gutted the house.
Now let me ask you this real quick. I don't know how much time we have left. You know, your wife's a performer too.
Yeah.
Do you get more nervous when you're about to go on stage or when she's about to hit the stage?
She's about to go on stage.
Yeah.
I always want her to just like,
The mustard is
you know,
just mellow.
of course, blow them away.
Yeah, so it smells
But at the same time, that's your companion, that's your spouse, and you want to make sure that all her dreams are met. Everything she wants out of it comes out. She gets out of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
From
So
69,
motivate,
he's DJing at the
talk
Shag
about
Lounge.
it, make a plan.
He does
and,
know. He just worked on it for half an hour.
Push the plan out there and go. But at the same time, but we also
Tonight
motivate
at
each
the
other.
Shag Lounge from 6 to 9.
I've been in situations where, I've had my days.
We're all
and
going.
we just kind of motivate. That's what I talk about all the time, about reinventing yourself all the time, being conscious of where you are. And that's big, I think, in music. It's big in what we do.
He's almost like the Robin Williams.
Top of the world right now. Know what's happening.
Yeah.
And you got to have something that you can always build upon. Yeah. That's what I mean when I say 30 years in the game, and I feel brand new. I call myself.
Well, your energy
I got
is
T-shirts that JB Smoove, old school new. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So it's a way of thinking. You know what I mean?
Alan Burt just wrote us in and said, well, I've learned some new lingo from JB. Let's hear the new lingo. One is turn it up, hip, and clown. I also learned that. Nice job, Alan.
That's it?
Yeah, don't clown me.
How about lamping?
Lamping is
What's lamping mean?
That was the first episode of last season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lamping,
Larry's like,
come on,
could you
man.
keep me hip on any new words that you guys?
Did you make up
It was so funny, man. It was so
Lamping
funny.
is actually old school.
That's
Is
really
it
old
really?
school.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah.
Lamping is old
That's
school.
like early 80s.
Back when
Yeah.
Public Enemy and PE came out.
Really? I didn't know
old school. Flavor Flav has a song called Straight Lamping.
Straight
Yeah. Lamping's like, I always took it as like you kind of like.
No, Cold Lamping. His song was Cold Lamping.
Who's
Cold
this?
Lamping. Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
What's it code for? Co.
Today's watch and win word is rest.
Welcome back to DBL. May is for moms all month long here at DBL, and we're celebrating mothers who are making a difference.
It's a big
Tina
deal.
Martin single-handedly raised her son Trey, all while facing a debilitating illness after being offered over $1 million in scholarships to go to college.
Wow.
Trey credited his mother for his success. Tina was nominated by her Aunt Candy and Pastor Leslie, don't forget. Tina, we're sending you this gift bag right here. We get a shot of it.
Wow.
Here we go, full of goodies from everybody here at DBL, including JB Smoove.
JB, wow.
He's gonna go in the
Say
bag.
thank you to Tina. She raised a kid who got over $1 million in scholarship money. We're proud of Tina. We're proud of Trey. And JB showing you all the cool stuff you get.
Great bag.
Tina, you done good, mama.
You done
job,
good, mama.
Awesome
Yes.
gift bag, awesome job. That's coming your way,
Tina,
Tina.
you deserve this.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And we do want to remind everybody before we run out of time here, JB shows tonight and tomorrow at the Improv Comedy Theater in Denver.
Ooh, you do look good.
Showtimes are on your screen right now, and you can get tickets at denver.improv.com. And for those of you not in Denver, no worries, man. JB is co-lamping in your city.
Yeah. Look at that.
He just taught me that, by the way. Check out the cities that are on your screen right now. And, of course, check out JB's website or find him on social media for more information. And it's Snap JB Smoove, right?
Snap, JB Smoove.
JB, I I can't tell you, man, this has been a highlight for me of my career. I love the show. I love you on the show, man. And just talking to you and getting to know you at a personal level and seeing your inspiration, man.
Yes, indeed.
Honored, man.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Hey, you're officially family here. Anytime, come back
Yes,
and see us.
indeed, man. Love you guys. I appreciate the love.
Yeah.
Appreciate the love, everybody. Yeah. Let's do it tonight. 2 shows tomorrow. I love it.
Don't forget, get those tickets. That's right. We got 10 seconds, but I think I'll just go now, JB, huh? All right, guys. We'll see you same time on Monday. Same time, same place. JB Smoove, everybody.